John.
I'm going now.
3, 2, 1. Hi, this is Rocky Hall, and we are in Pahrump, Nevada at the Nevada Southern Detention Center. And this is our torture chamber challenge, and Dianna Doltar from Rimrock, California is going to take the challenge. And she's already got somebody that's donated $20 to her cause. And all the money that's raised is going to the Bundy Defense Fund, which does not just defend
Jennifer.
the Bundys, but also defends several of the other...
the whole cause.
The whole cause. It goes to the whole cause.
Morning, Gills.
So it's just put that way so we can...
Morning, everybody.
And I'm going to hand the...
It's our next volunteer here, all the way from California. This is our 7th volunteer, and we've got the handcuffs ready to go on. And she's fixing to do the torture chamber.
Torture chamber challenge.
Real cuffs, real jail. Hard time.
Oh, we should take this off you. Do you mind if I take it off?
Oh, no, go ahead.
That ain't how you do it. You do one side.
We're not allowed to hurt her.
Too bad. She'll pay.
Then I'm going to lock it.
Okay.
Hopefully a few others will
I've got
pay.
the handcuff keys, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to lock it so it doesn't cinch down on her wrists and cut her circulation off any worse than this is already going to do. So she's got good blood flow to the hands, so we're not going to worry about her on this. She's a nice, healthy lady.
Yeah,
And,
with all the world watching, you're nice, but they inside there.
Hey,
are
all
so
you smokers,
strict.
I'm having to go without, so let's throw out some dough, okay?
We've been having $3,000, $4,000, and $5,000 days. Let's get it rolling here today.
Right?
Yes.
Yes.
We're trying
You
to
gonna
raise
open the
up at
bars?
least $15,000 for an attorney to be able to be in town and do things. He's a $300,000 worth of the attorney, but just need gas money. And then the more money we get, the more motions and the more evidence that'll be in the courtroom. The more times they'll get us speak, because it takes time to get each and every one of these steps through a court.
Okay,
So let's get it rolling.
Jailer, are you going to open up the bars there for us?
Open the jail doors for her and throw her in. Throw her in.
Just
There
a
we
little
go.
after 8 o'clock right now, so...
Yep.
And keep your mouth shut. We don't want to hear you complaining all day.
Damn.
So she's lucky for a minute because the sun's back here. It's going to come over. And what is your goal?
What is my goal?
Do you have
1
a
hour,
time?
half hour.
Not to turn into the Hulk without any nicotine. That's the goal.
Okay, we're doing the challenge again, guys. And this is Dianna Doltar from Rimrock, California. And she came all the way out here to support what has happened. And she's trying to raise money for the www.bundydefense.com. So if you can put in $1, $5, if I can get everybody to put in $1, that would be awesome. We're back out here. We got up at 6 o'clock this morning, and who brought us breakfast?
Thank you. You're welcome.
And they were giving her a hard time at McDonald's. They're like, how come you didn't call ahead? Because she had a really big order. And she broke their machine and everything else. So I'm going to show the food that you brought here in just a minute. But this is how it works, guys. You know, each individual comes out here.
So here's camp again, guys. We've got the tent covers back on here. We have no wind this morning. And
Chemtrails.
we had a lot of wind yesterday. And it was blowing everything around. About to lose the tents and the covers and everything out here. But this is camp again. We'll walk around and show you. We've still got more people showing up, more tents this morning. We've got, here's my van down here at the far end of the parking lot. But we had to pack up a lot of stuff last night just to keep it from blowing away. But this morning the sun is out bright and we're back at it again. So this lady here come from Rimrock, California, and she's just got into the jail there.
The BLM, though, they've gotten...
They're a little solitary confinement cell, and she's taking the challenge to see how long she can last.
Romans 15:1.
There's the prison over there. We're making a lot of headway the last few days. Good morning, Scott. How you doing, brother?
As well. We're going to talk about the Walk of Jericho and bringing the walls down.
So we are doing awesome out here. The guard that abused Ammon Bundy has been on put administrative leave. The warden here is no longer working here. They've got a brand new warden. And the sheriff says she is doing a investigation of the situation here. So we're just waiting to hear back from that, hopefully within the next couple of days. Good morning, Laura, all the way from Kentucky. So we've got a lot of good news, a lot of stuff that's been happening out here. We've got a lot more people coming. One thing we do have, and I don't know exactly which day it's going to happen, but we have a bunch of cowboys coming out sometime in the next few days, and you don't want to miss that. We've got also a 40-foot lift that's coming out too that we can put out here along the road and go up 40 foot in the air, and we can show these guys some signs over here. So this is a little bit of our morning. We've got a lot of good stuff happening, and we'll keep you posted throughout the day. Are you already getting tired in there?
Oh, no. I'm going to let you guys know Romans 15:1. Look it up.
Romans 15:1. So we're right here along the highway with our jail cell. We had Fox 5 News come out here and interview us yesterday. If you haven't seen that interview, I think her name is Cindy with Fox 5 News. She did an awesome job. She reported really fairly on us. If you haven't seen that, please go to my page or Google Fox 5 News and look that up. That was put on the 6 o'clock news last night, and so that was a really awesome report that she did. She said the more shares that she gets, if she can get shares, they might let her come back out and do some more reporting on us. There's our makeshift kitchen and food this morning. So
This organization that is running these prisons, he's got some really good information. So I'm going to make sure that John Lamb is with me so that John can get it live fed as well.
we've had a lot of locals come out here and show support.
And it's all about getting the word out. It's all about getting the word out and educating.
Romans 15:1. Thanks, Monica.
That's about it for now. We had breakfast. Amy cooked breakfast, bacon, eggs. Beautiful day. And then
So we're going to go offline for right now and save our battery, but we'll come back on a little bit later, and we'll keep you updated throughout the day as we have different people. Yeah, there's that bench right there, Bonnie. Anybody that wants these benches, I don't know how much longer they're going to be available for, but they are for sale, I've heard, possibly another month or so at different places. So
you can give them some thumbs up and you can give them some kudos. All the guys
So give you a little update on how much money we've raised out here so far for the defense legal team. Doing this the first day, this is day number 3. The first day we brought up $4,300 by doing this challenge here, and the supporters from across the country. Yesterday we brought in $5,000.
Wow.
So
Right on.
so far $9,300 in just 2 days. This is day number 3. We want to send a special thank you out to everyone that has helped with that. It seems like a lot of money, and it is, but fighting a case like this is very expensive, and it costs thousands and thousands of dollars. Most attorneys, I know someone else that's fighting a case in another state, and they had to come up with $75,000 just for a retainer for their attorney. So it's costs a lot of money, and this attorney's going out and helping on his own here, but we're trying to support him and keep this case going. So that's awesome that you guys did out there yesterday and the day before. A total of $9,300 has came in 2 days.
Oh, wow.
So,
well, if every smoker out there could donate a pack of smokes, which is about $6, those are the cheap ones, bring it on.
That's right. That's awesome. So that's all you got to do is a pack of smokes or a cup of coffee.
Not the actual smokes, just
Yeah,
$1.
just the money. So, yes, Rob, but some of these cases are like better than $100,000 for a lawyer to, and that isn't the money he makes. He's spending this money on filings and living while he's out of town and just all kinds of stuff. So,
which is another conglomerate that's out of control in their pricing. Just to file papers. It could be, I mean, the minimum that we've done is like 140 some bucks.
Yes, that's right. Oh yeah, it's not cheap at all.
No.
So we'll talk about some of the money here, of this prison. Some of these guys spend 3 years in this prison right here waiting on trial. They force these people to take jobs, or if they don't, they get punished. And you can be in this jail for 3 years and only get paid 20 cents an hour. At the end of 3 years, you can be found not guilty. And just think about that a while. You've spent 3 years in here as a slave, working for 20 cents an hour, and at the end of 3 years, you get found not guilty of those charges, and they have worked you that long without minimum wage, without workman's comp, without any medical. I was told last night, and we seen an ambulance coming here, and I'm still following up on this story, so I don't know 100% what's going on, but I was told this morning that the ambulance that came in here last night took a guy away dead. And that guy was asking for help over and over and over again, medical help. And this is what I was told just this morning. I do know the ambulance came here. I seen the ambulance myself, and I seen the ambulance leave with its lights off. That's the second ambulance that I've seen come here while I've been here these last 6 days. The ambulance goes in the back entrance, goes in through the security gates, big old fenced-in yard area. And that first day, the ambulance came in here, had its lights on, and then when it left, it had its lights on yet, and it had an escort of the prison guards. Last night when that ambulance left, there was something different about it. It left with its lights off. It did not have its lights on when it left this prison. So we're hearing bits and pieces of stories that the gentleman that passed away asked for help up to 19 times. He was begging for help, for medical attention, and he did not get it. We know this also a few months ago that another prisoner in here died, and one of our political prisoners assisted that prisoner with CPR for up to an hour. And no other medical people came in at all, and that gentleman died. And one of our other political prisoners administered CPR and as long as he could until the medics got there, and it was already too late. And so we're seeing these different types of things in here, abuse. Not only that, we're seeing where Ammon Bundy was put into a jail cell this size. That's one of the reasons we built this replica of this 3 foot by 3 foot jail cell. You can't even lay down in it. You can barely sit down in it with cuffs and chains on. And they kept him in that little 3 foot by 3 foot cell for 13 hours, handcuffed, without food or water. And this happened at 11 o'clock at night. So they came and got him off of his bunk bed at 11 o'clock at night and took him in there and kept him in there for 13 hours. He missed breakfast and he missed lunch, no restrooms or nothing. He had to go to the restroom right there in that 3 foot by 3 foot cell. Another prisoner in here was chained to a bench for 4 days. This is one of our political prisoners in here that was chained to a bench for 4 days without being allowed to go to the restroom. And I even heard that they brought him a food in a plate just like a dog and just put it in there in this situation.
You guys, you got to remember too, none of these guys, our political prisoners in there, have ever been convicted of anything. And they are the most gentlest people in there. And for this death chamber to be allowed to do this at the oversight of the sheriff, and they're still getting away with it, unacceptable.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
We have several veterans in here. Several of our political prisoners have served in the armed forces in different branches.
Yep.
So we've got some guys that have served their country with honors and came out with honors and are still set in this prison without bond.
Yeah,
upstanding
this place
citizens.
needs to close. It needs to go away. Or the sheriffs need to step up, do their frickin' jobs, and keep somebody in there to make sure they're not getting away with this shit anymore.
Exactly.
Excuse my French.
Well, there you have it. So, well, we're going to go offline now for a little while, and we're going to keep things going, and we'll come back after a while, and we'll update you as we go along here. And we'll thanks a lot for joining us. Thanks a lot for your support, and we'll see you here in an hour.
Get the money rolling.
That's right. Well, we're live out here again. We're in front of the Nevada Southern Detention Center out here in Pahrump, Nevada. And we still got Diane hanging in there over 2 hours now. And the sun's starting to come out. It's starting to peek over the top of the roof. And but she's been hanging out and hanging in there for 2 hours now.
Torture. It's
Torture.
worth some money. Look at that.
We even have her confiscated items right there. Her phone, her smokes, glass, even her bottle of juice is confiscated. And she hasn't been able to get to it. She's shackled still with the handcuffs behind her back. And so tell us a little bit about how your shoulders are feeling so far after just 2 hours.
Well, my shoulders don't hurt much. It's my arm that's kind of achy. So I just keep moving it like this. I stretch. I've been down on the ground a few times, as you can see from the dirt. But if I keep moving, it's a lot easier, a lot better.
It's not digging in your arm yet. The cuffs aren't yet too much.
No, they're pretty good.
Yes.
And I can still feel my fingers.
So if any of your friends back home in California, what do you want to tell them?
Would you spend some damn money, please? I know I don't have a lot on the friend list, but the ones I do have, I think you can afford to, fork out $5, $10. The more, the merrier.
Tell them your name again and where you're from.
Dianna Doltar, and I'm from Rimrock, out in the Yucca Valley area, California. Call me Cali.
And you've been camping out here too, right?
Well, I'm staying in Vegas, but I've been out here every day Monday.
Okay, yes.
So it was my turn today. So we're trying to raise some money, you guys. So you need to, get that website down there going. And
she is the first one that has volunteered today. She is volunteer number 7, I think.
Yeah, I think that's what he said.
Volunteer number 7. We've had several others. We've got a couple of sites down here. The one is a little bit hard to read, but the bottom one is how you can support Ammon Bundy's attorney at www.bundydefense.com. There's another site also, which is www.ammonbundydefense.com. We also have freedaybundy.blogspot.com. And I'll try to make a better sign for that after a while. But that is freedaybundy.blogspot.com. And that there is for these little benches that we have here. Dave Bundy's son builds these little benches, and he is selling those to try to raise money to get his dad out of jail. And that's a serious deal there. His dad is in this prison right over here across the street. And that prison has about 1,100 people in it, we're being told. And Dave Bundy's been in there for right about 16 months without any bond. And he's awaiting on trial. And we don't even have a trial date that we know when his trial date's going to be. There's several guys that are scheduled at the very end of all of the 19 guys that we have in there. And right now we have no alternative trial date at all for those guys. no speedy trial, violating tons and tons of rights. And so any way we can help with this, we appreciate your help out there, everyone. Trying to bring awareness here to the abuse right now that's happening in this prison. And one of the most recent things that just happened, as most of you probably know, but if there's any newcomers, this little box is a replica that we built of the same size of jail cell that's inside of this prison here. It's 3 foot wide by 3 foot wide. And they are telling us they can lock people up with their hands handcuffed behind their back without any food or water for up to 72 hours. Not even letting you out to use the bathroom. And most recent, just last week, I think it's a week ago today, Ammon Bundy was locked into a cell like this, pulled off of his bed right about 10, 11 o'clock at night, taken to a cell like this that's 3 foot by 3 foot after he was beat up, shackled with his hands behind his back, and put inside of that jail cell for 13 long hours. And we're trying to spread what's going on here. That's torture, that's inhumane treatment, and it shouldn't happen. Thank you for sharing that that blog spot there, Free Dave Bundy, Laura Jones. That's awesome. We're trying to get the information out there. They have some benches yet that Dave Bundy's son has built, and they're trying to sell those benches. Again, here's some pictures of those benches right here. That's an exact bench that Dave Bundy's son built. Rita's asking where's Trump at? Yeah, we don't know where Trump's at. We're out.
Trust me, there's a lot of people that have been notifying him, and all you hear is crickets. So it's going to have to be up to the people. And I wish you guys had realized that they're in there for just standing up for every American in this country. And just to have the small crowd here, it should be a lot bigger. There should be tons of donations coming in because they took the hit for the rest of us. So, that's my rant.
And anybody who wants to start helping bail out Diane here, we'll appreciate it here.
Blow me some secondhand smoke.
2 hours without any smokes or water or food or anything here, and it's starting to get hot in there for her. Here's camp again. So we've got camp set up. Quite a few people again from all over, and more vehicles here, and there's more coming. We've even got someone that's coming out that has an 18-wheeler that was asking if he could park his 18-wheeler out here while he was trying to find come out here and join us for maybe a day or so. So we got parking for 18-wheelers. We've got parking for campers. What's that?
I said, hey, Warden. Hey, by the way, if the person that called me earlier is on here, meet my warden that you spoke to.
Here's Dave Warden.
Warden Bruder.
So Mr. Warden here answered the prisoner's phone call a while ago.
I apparently still had contraband when they put me in.
So we confiscated that cell phone. There it is right there.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. What the heck is that right there?
Cigarettes?
Oh, heck no.
We've confiscated that.
Hey, look, they're real close. They're almost close enough I can smell them.
I did 5 hours and a quarter without cigarettes.
Yeah, man.
Well, you're manlier than me.
Horrifying,
If you want to light one of those up and blow it in my face, that would work.
No. Oh, have you had one yet?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, then good. That's cruel and unusual punishment then to have those things right there in front of her.
Go ahead, you can have one.
We're trying to make it as real as possible.
Go ahead, you can have one.
Well, no, that's teasing her.
Well, anybody who wants to know, Skipper, Jonathan Skipper, he is on his way right now from Bunkerville, and he called me a few minutes ago and said that he's trying to be here next to get in here. So we've got Jonathan Skipper from over there at the Bundy Ranch.
Okay, Skipper, hurry up. I'll get out as soon as you get here.
Yeah, sure.
So we need to we need to bail out Diane here and get Skipper in here. And we're going to try.
Have they got anywhere near her bail yet?
I haven't seen anything. I've seen a little bit of stuff here,
Nobody
but not a
cares
whole bunch.
about you.
I know.
You're just going to be here all day.
Except for
maybe
my
half
friend
the night.
Annette, who put in $20 to put me in here in the first place.
So we have somebody that at least paid $20 to get her there. Nobody's paying anything yet to get her out. And Skipper and I have got a kind of a deal going on. I think I can raise. Says here, Dale says he's going to help with $24.
Thank you.
So we've got. I told Skipper when I go in, I think I can at least raise $500. And Skipper, I think, is going higher than that. It says. Skipper says, I see him comment, I guess I need to make a pit stop first, he says, so.
Oh, that's just me. Are you getting smokes?
Yeah, he don't smoke.
Mike from Las Vegas just called in a $5,000 donation for BJ's time yesterday. So that just brought our totals up to $15,000.
Wow.
So BJ's not here right now, but there's a gentleman yesterday that said he was going to pay $5,000 for what BJ Soper did.
Yeah.
So that just went in.
That's $1,000. Because didn't he stay in 5 hours?
He stayed in 5 hours.
That's $1,000 an hour.
So
Wow.
yeah, it's per hour there, Skipper. $500 an hour. That's right. So
Every time I look across the road, I suffer.
his Skipper's going to do more than $500 an hour, he says. So
Well, we've got enough Jericho walk.
well, this is all going for a good cause. We had one. My goal is $600 an hour, Skipper says.
Is that
So-
because he's coming in Speedos?
we don't want to block this whole cell off if that's the case. Yes, Andrea, a $5,000 donor donated $5,000. We had another one yesterday that donated $1,000 from Spokane. So we've had some awesome people joining in here and helping. So it's really awesome to see. So we've already brought in right at $5,000 a day the last 3 days so far, if you count that $5,000 that came in today. We've kept our, that's awesome.
Wow, if these guys actually get out again,
What's a good river?
look at the good we can actually do now. I mean, because look how much it's brought awareness.
The wind's blowing.
Very much
So,
yeah.
yeah, so now if this family and the Patriots get out now, man, we can kick some major federal butts.
The total right now, Mary, that I know about that has came in is is $9,300 as of this morning, with another $5,000, so that's $14,300 that I know the exact total to be at the moment. It could be a little bit more. As you can see, Diana here, she can't even scratch her face, and
Contraband!
so she's with your hands handcuffed behind your back for that long, you're not even able to scratch your nose or scratch your ear.
Thank God for corners.
And so it gets somewhat uncomfortable.
My Jeep's prettier. Hey, that's another one. Jeep people. I'm a Jeep person. Pitch in some Jeep money.
That's right. So if you want to see this jail cell again, we'll kind of go around it. We've got our sign back that was blowing off yesterday from the wind. And this is this little box that we built, 3 foot by 3 foot. We've got some buckets of rocks here tied down, trying to hold this thing down. It was trying to blow over yesterday in that strong wind. These skies were pretty gray and black. So this is the box we built.
You could almost just see them close their eyes as they go by.
It's getting in their mind though.
Yeah.
So let me take you a walk around camp just again real quick. Show you what we've got. Here's our camp back up. Our kitchen.
Bottom line is, I've committed BJ
And campers out there. And here's, I wanted to give a thank you out to Joe's Sanitation. Joe's is a local business here in town, and I didn't quite know exactly who had donated these before, but I know it had to do with one of the commissioners here in the county, Commissioner Cox, kind of helped arrange this. But Joe's Sanitation ended up donating these outhouses. He called me this morning and thanked us for what we were doing, and he said that he was even going to bring us out a dumpster here today. So sometime in a little while, we should be receiving a dumpster to put here, so we don't have to carry all of our trash up to the dump or to a dumpster somewhere. He's actually going to deliver one out here for the time we're here. So thanks to Joe's Sanitation that they're taking care of us out here, and they've donated those porta potties and a dumpster now. For some of them that are just joining, it says $14,700 has been raised in the last 3 days. That's the exact totals. So some of you that are just joining us, what we're doing here is trying to bring awareness to prison abuse for number one. We are right along the street, right in front of the Nevada Southern Detention Center, CCA.
You could see it out here last night. You could at least watch it on Facebook.
And there's a big prison right across the street from us. It holds about 1,100 people. And there's been some prisoner abuse being done and happening in there to different prisoners. Most of them are too afraid to speak up. But we've had a couple of them that have spoke up in the last week and even before. And we're trying to bring awareness to that, what's happening. They have a prison cell in there that is 3 foot by 3 foot. They shackle people as a form of punishment, handcuff them with their hands behind their back, leave them in a concrete box that's this size right here, 3 foot by 3 foot, without any food, water,
the easier it'll be for her to be allowed to
or even a bathroom. If they need to use the restroom, they're forced to use the restroom in that cell while they're there.
Which I won't be doing on public TV.
It's worse than what most people would treat animals. There is an investigation being done by the sheriff. Since we've been here, they have notified us that they are investigating this facility. And we'll get some answers from that very soon.
God willing, and the creek don't rise.
So I don't know how far Skipper's out, but we're waiting on you, Skipper. Yeah, these prisons here are for-profit prisons. They even pay the workers only 20 cents an hour to work in here, whether you've been convicted of a crime or not. Whether you've been even charged with a crime, you can be innocent in there, and while you're housed in here, you can be forced to work for 20 cents an hour while you're being held here. And some of these people have been held here over 3 years working for that 20 cents an hour. Once they get out, if they're found even not guilty or charges are dismissed or whatever the cases are, because the government decided that they did not have enough to hold them there any longer, after holding them there for years, they are never reimbursed or compensated for that time. Their medical is very poor. They're no workman's comp. Poor conditions in here. They have to buy everything they have in here, such as any extra soaps and hygiene products, their own toilet paper, any foods that you want besides what they give you. That's the kind of treatment how they treat these people here.
Which apparently isn't very good. I heard Cliven lost 60 pounds.
Several of the prisoners in here have lost a ton of weight. I know, like Cliven's lost, I've heard, up to 60 pounds. There's others that have lost, 30, 40, 50 pounds apiece. I know Joe Robertson, he's in a federal prison in Inglewood, Colorado. And he has lost a ton of weight too, like 50 pounds while he's been there.
Normally I don't.
You want to bet the guards eat good.
Oh, the guards, we see the guards here order pizza. Pizza is delivered to this facility here, but the prisoners are not allowed to have any of that type of food at all. The guards can eat it in here, but the prisoners are not allowed to eat it. So they cannot be delivered here or eat any of that. They're only designated types foods, and it's at an exorbitant price. Even the phone calls out of here are expensive. I take multiple phone calls a week from different prisoners here, and it either costs me between $5 to $15 for 15 minutes.
Jeez, that's ridiculous.
So I'm gonna check the time here. There's somebody calling me from the Pahrump prison right now.
Ooh.
It's no secret.
Give me just a second.
If the grain of the meat's going this way, you cut it this way. Yeah. But I never knew that. It's a little tidbit here and there, but he knows exactly.
He's walking
how to
away.
cook
It must be a good one.
Hello, brother.
Rare, well done.
Doing good. How are you doing?
Yeah, shoot. Turned out good. He's got these big old huge rubber gloves, so you don't have to.
We did. We seen that. That's awesome. You guys get to see it too?
Oh yeah.
He's got a phone call from inside the prison right now.
Oh, okay.
Yes. That's awesome. I seen it and it looked really good.
Everybody be careful. Where's the
And it went worldwide.
Yeah, I know. But just in case he does, we'll have it ready.
I haven't seen it. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe inside the tent.
Yeah, maybe when it was raining, somebody brought it in there. He wants it. It doesn't look like he's gonna want it.
Yes.
Oh, here it is, right in front of us. You walked right by it.
I'm still here, Stephen. Go ahead. Wow. Good. Do you want to say any of this live? I've got a live stream going on. I don't know if you want to say it or not. If you don't, it's okay. But we've got a group of us standing around, but I don't know if you want to go live with it or not.
Live to you guys?
Just to us. Yeah, you have a choice. Live just to us, or you can live to the world. Either way. Okay, just to us. Okay. So there's just a few of us guys around here.
Is that still on?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, Rocky, you should come took this off first.
You're welcome.
Hey, Stuart, you're welcome, brother. You're welcome, and we're out here for the duration. And I send my love. This is Rocky. I send my love.
Need a drink or anything? I can pull it for you.
Oh, that's just me. No. Hey, you should tell Johnny, I think he's still got that going. Sorry guys, just itching.
Do you know exactly where they are from and what organization?
At least it's happening, though.
At least it's happening. Okay. And the sheriff has told us she's doing an investigation too now. And so, if here's something to spread around. Any abuse that's being done in there, the sheriff has asked you guys to write letters to her or contact her in any way you can. Anybody who wants to write a letter to the sheriff to tell them this is happening, I encourage everyone to write her letters right now.
And when you do that, make sure you get a copy and you keep a copy for yourself and document who you sent it to and when you sent it.
You can even mail us out copies even. If you want to mail out a copy to us, to a third party, whatever you guys feel comfortable with. Whatever you feel comfortable with. We'll make sure the sheriff gets it too, but you can mail it to the sheriff also. That's your right, the sheriff said.
Certified letter.
Certified out of there, you know. If you mind me talking in just general to the public after a while, after this phone call, and just tell them that this is happening a little bit, just in general, but no name. Okay.
You're excellent. Yeah, you're doing just fine.
We're out here supporting you. I'll tell you one thing, we got two things happening out here, just so you guys know to encourage you. The horses are coming, and cowboys, and we also got a big 40-foot lift that's coming out here to put signs and flags on, 40 foot in the air.
You got two toilets.
Okay.
Robert is here from Oregon. You may know me as the man who cried treason.
Yeah, that's Robert. So remember the guy in court that called treason in court during your
judge.
trial? That's Robert's camper. He's right here.
Thank you, Robert. I want to thank you for what you did in court that day. I did not run out of there. I didn't run. I walked out casually. Big step. Yeah, well, thank you. I expressed what many feel, and that's we've had enough of this crap. Just have had enough.
When we're going around the prison, is there anything that you want us to say on the bullhorn that will make a difference? Would you like to request a song?
Or not do? Is there anything that we're doing out there that is causing harm or at least irritating people?
Hey, I see a big sign coming.
We got a big sign coming up. Camp Liberty. Now our town has a name.
All right.
Yeah, and I gotta come back like that.
Here, guys, I'm going to turn the picture around just a minute. We're on a phone call conversation from the prison, but here's our sign that just came in. And we're going to unload this. And I'll turn the camera back on and I'll give you guys an update in just a moment. We have a sign that was just made here. Camp Liberty.
I don't even.
We'll just turn it right around here in front somewhere.
Yeah, someplace that it can be seen.
Well, we don't want to hide our.
You guys.
There's Camp Liberty, guys. I'm going to turn this back around in a minute. And I'll be back in just a moment, guys. We've got a phone call that I'll be back and give you guys an update.
You and me again.
Wow.
Funny, you never itch till your hands get in handcuffs.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're here.
Oh, you got a big crowd around you. You're actually keeping all these men silent.
Well, keep standing.
Well, I don't know if you you know, but I did 20 years in corrections, and so I'm out here giving them a ton of hell as well. So I was an officer and a sergeant for 20 years in the California system, and so I'm holding them accountable as well, and I know what they're doing is illegal, immoral, and unjust. Absolutely. Cool. Well, we're going to see you at about 2:30, 3 o'clock when we march around.
Patriot strong!
They are seeing us too.
The world's seeing us.
And they're seeing us.
Well, and you know that we're live streaming. We're live streaming out here, and it's being seen all over the world, from Ireland to New Brunswick, Norway,
Australia.
Texas is on the line. We got pizza delivered to us from Texas. So this is going all over the United States. So you can let them know that everybody is seeing this and everybody is holding them accountable.
And our Father knows their names too. The more and more God gets in it, the more and more all the world's going to see who's right and who's wrong.
How many? What's the biggest number of the views that you've gotten on one video? 60,000. 60,000 people have seen John Lamb's video on one video. So
How you doing?
that you can. Tell
I'm
that
good, but I'm
audience
afraid I'm kind of
60,000
boring to the audience.
saw the video.
That's what happened to me. I went in here last night and everybody walked away.
Left you with the camera on?
Oh, I didn't have the camera.
Yeah, I'm thinking, how do you dance? You know?
They even took away the camera.
Oh, well, that wasn't very nice.
No, and I just sat here and got lonely,
Oh.
talking to myself.
Well, I used to have a guard, but since they took all my contraband, my smokes, my phone, my glasses,
Whatever you need, just let us
yeah,
know.
I guess I don't
Even
need
your
that.
glasses?
You need, let us
Well, they fell out of my pocket because they kept
Oh,
getting. I just knew I was going to have issues with them, so I took the sunglasses off, and yeah, everything came falling out, and I kind of got.
how long
know,
you been in for? So
I think about 2 hours
have you? Cool. How long are you gonna go?
until I turn into Hulk, because that smoke is just really calling my name right now, and I can't get a decent secondhand blown in my
All
face
we
right
need
now.
is their name. All we need is their name.
That's the
and
hard
we'll
part
see
if you
'em.
need to
Yep.
smoke.
Yeah.
That was only 2 hours and 15 minutes last night.
Well, I'm about 2. I think John said about 2. I don't know what I'm up to now.
Oh, cool.
Right. We
So
don't wanna
I'm going to
see
hang
those
as long
guys.
as I can.
How's your hands feel?
My shoulders and my hands are okay. It's the arm part right
Thank
here
you.
just
Yeah.
seems real
I had a
sore.
little bit
Well,
of
we
problem
can
with
share a
that.
little bit
Yeah,
of the word
so
with
I'm
them.
just
Not-
kind of trying to move it. And,
It wasn't bad though. I was getting cold in there. I didn't have a sweatshirt or anything.
Oh,
on,
and it did drop
and it was
yesterday.
getting dark. Yeah.
yeah, I told my husband when I got back to the hotel, I said, man, we got dumped on. He goes, you got rain? I said, yep. It was nice. And then I got a little bit coming home.
Oh, okay. And
So-
and it seemed like it was only here. There was none out at my house.
Yeah.
None of my plants were blowing over, even with all that wind. So it missed me completely out there. Thank
Oh, what?
goodness.
See, that's how our house is.
Exactly.
We're like in this ozone that never has anything. It'll rain all the way around us, but all we get is the fucking wind. Desert living at its best.
Yeah. Now, where do you live? Vegas?
No, it's out by Yucca Valley.
Oh,
California.
Okay. Yeah, I know where that is. Pretty country out there. Lots
Yeah,
of tortoises too.
if you like brown and cactus.
It's not the numbers; it's the quality of the people that are here.
How's it going? Yeah, you should feel guilty for what you're doing in there. Piece of shit. Sorry, that wasn't very nice.
Hey, we love you, man. we're here.
Thank you. And we're just sacrificing time. We're not here important. We got your back.
Guys at the tip of the spear. Shofar. The shofar.
My handcuffs aren't even that
I
tight.
know that you guys are making a difference in there because you're educating the masses.
Hello, security guard, Mr. Man.
People that would have never, ever gotten that education anywhere but except from you guys, and they're getting it firsthand.
John Hackett's here too.
Yeah, tell Jerry that John Hackett's here for him, and I'll be here for him till he gets out.
Okay, yeah, you gotta be in there.
Yay!
Woo! Stephen Stewart.
It's good to know that it's lifting his spirit.
Okay, I'm back here, everybody.
Hey, watch the comments too. I was trying to entertain. I'm just not very good.
Okay, we'll see here. There's a bunch of comments. I don't know if I'll miss up on some.
If you're offering money, let's post those again.
I'm going to give them an update here in just a second here and try to tell them what's going on. Now, she's in the sun right now. Let's see what time it is, and I'll give you guys an update. You've been in there 3 hours.
Wow!
2 more minutes will be 3 hours.
Woohoo!
Hey, she going for another?
How are you doing for coming?
I
You
could
want
go
another?
I could go another.
Hello? Fuentes. F-U-E-N-T-E-S. Fuentes. Fuentes. I'm Jared. Yeah. Okay.
Wow, 3 hours, guys. I'm actually doing really good.
Tomatoes?
3 hours.
For you.
That was shocking.
Okay, Dad. This is my husband, Victor.
Nice to meet you.
John, she's good for another hour.
You want to see the camera point on me here? Make sure it's...
Yeah.
So I'm going to sit down over at the bench and talk to him. So we can get
Yeah,
both
you've
of
got
them.
her.
Okay.
Yeah,
We're
perfect.
going to give you a
I
quick...
wanted a selfie with John before I left anyway.
It's still live, so.
So we're going to give you an update here. We just got a call from the prison here in Pahrump, and we want to give you. Okay.
Yeah.
We want to give you an update here, what's going on. So one of the prisoners in here just called us and talked to the group of us out here on a speakerphone so we could all hear. He didn't want to go live because he felt a little bit embarrassed, but he said to go ahead and share his message, what's going on. He said there is a big investigation going on right now in this prison, and what we're doing is awesome. He is so excited that we're out here. He's don't let anybody tell you any difference. And I'll try to remember some of this stuff, and maybe David or one of the others will help me remember some of it. One of the things he said is one of the guards in there come up and said, "What are them people doing out there?" And he says, have you ever heard of a protest? He said, "Yeah, but they're out here in the middle of nowhere in the desert. Nobody's even going to see them." And he said, the laugh was on the guards because last night we was on Channel 5 Fox News, and it went everywhere.
Thank you, Channel 5.
Everybody knows we're here. It doesn't matter if they're not seeing us in town every day. They know we're here. The prisoners is what we're here for, to let them know and encourage your spirits. We're here because of the prisoners. The prisoners see us. They hear us out here blowing on the shofar. They hear us see us flying the flags. They hear us yelling. They hear us singing. And that's what we're here for. So
The jailers are seeing us too.
the jailers are seeing us. That's what's important. We're bringing something here that has been hidden from the public and bringing it to light. And that's what's most important here. And this prisoner that just called us, he was in tears, crying several times on the phone with joy, knowing that we're here supporting him and that we haven't went away. And he said, if you hear anything else, he said, don't believe it. It's to the contrary. We want you here. We're glad you're here. We're here. So we even told him that there's a big 40-foot lift coming sometime in the next few days. A contractor is donating that to us, and I won't give his name out unless he wants me to later. But they're donating a 40-foot lift that we can put some signs and flags on. There's also a bunch of cowboys and horses coming here in a couple of days that's going to march around this jail with us on the Jericho March. We're inviting other people. There's a truck driver that's on his way here that has been to a lot of the trials. He's bringing his 18-wheeler here, and he's going to park it out along here for a day or two while he's visiting us. So we've got people coming from all over that is reaching out to us. We're answering those phone calls, answering those messages. People are even sending us food. They're dropping off food out here almost on a daily basis. We haven't went hungry yet one time, I don't think, have we?
Ribs again today, Bundy beef tomorrow. Come up and visit.
We're eating better here than we did at home sometimes. So.
Much better.
So all the donations and help. So it's been awesome, and it makes our day knowing that these guys in here locked up and abused, that they're excited that we're here and they're actually getting to talk today. This prisoner said that he got pulled. They was all pulled off their bunks and out of their block area, taken to the chapel area, and then one at a time they're being brought out and questioned about the abuse, what their experience is and what's going on by investigators here. So he said he spent about a half hour, and he said he didn't hold nothing back. He told of all the abuse that he's been subject to for the last year and a half in this prison. This is the information we wanted to spread. We wanted somebody to hear this, and we're getting that information out there. So thanks, everyone. I know Diane's been in here now for 3 hours.
3 hours. Come on, guys.
She's going to try to go for another hour.
Yep, I'm going to try to go for another hour. Let's get some money in here.
So let's support this
We
great
ain't
cause.
letting her out until somebody bails her out.
And $20.
They're only paid to get her in there so far.
So far, somebody paid $20 to get her in here, so we're not paying her to get her out yet. So thanks a lot again, everyone.
Patriot strong, guys. Bring that money in.
Get me out of here!
I haven't been reading messages here for quite a while, so I might be missing quite a bit of stuff. So if there's anything important, please maybe pop it up here again and let us know what it is.
Hey, Neil, you could blow that in my face.
I'm going to take the camera here for a minute, and we're going to go over here and show you the sign that just got delivered for anybody who hasn't seen it. So here's our new sign, Camp Liberty. So this is the sign in the jail cell, the tent, the kitchen area. So you can read that really well. In prison torture. No one in this country should be subject to torture. Inhumane treatment. It says Tara just paid $50. Let's see here. Thanks, Jack. So we have someone that just popped up here that has donated $50 already. So and I might have missed some others. It said Tara donated $50.
Thank you.
And one of the locals here built that sign and brought it over this morning. So that's a pretty neat sign that he built. He must have spent all morning on that. There's a guy that just came out of the prison here giving us thumbs up.
Nice.
One of the...
Most of the time they ignore us over here.
But they know something's going on now. So, Robin, no, it's okay, Robin. I'm not seeing all these messages on here because I've been away from the camera quite a bit. But Robin also paid $20. So, thank you for telling us that again. I'm not getting all the messages here. There's a lot coming in. So, I am just, I'm trying to catch up with everything I can. We will find out tonight the totals that come in. But So if we miss some, like in there, and for those that don't know, we need another sign with BundyDefense.com on it. We do. We're going to make some more signs yet today. And but a big donor today just paid $5,000. Paid $5,000. So that's awesome. We're at $14,700 in the last 3 days.
Thank you, BJ, for this idea.
Yeah, and that was BJ's ideal here. Get this all set up. BJ Soper, the Soper cell. And one of the donors that donated put that money in his name, that $5,000. I don't even think BJ knows yet. We haven't even told him. He'd left already about that money. Did he know?
We were in contact.
Okay, good.
Well, that, and if he goes on one of John's live things, he's going to find out that way.
Yeah, BJ is talking to him earlier.
You know, it doesn't matter if it's $1 or even $5 or even $5,000. It doesn't matter. Every little bit helps as we're helping love our neighbor across this country and whatever we're doing. I know that I've seen some people on here have donated multiple times, and we thank you for that.
Well, just think if every one of your shares on your videos was $5 attached to it.
I know. That
would be huge.
That's just like a pack of cigarettes to some people.
Yep.
Or even less, or even a coffee at a Starbucks. Or
Tommy Callie, that pack of cigarettes is actually about $9.
Wow. Dale Neal says he's paying $30 right now.
Oh, bless you.
So, and I know I've seen Dale's name on here multiple times. I've seen other people do this. It's awesome because they've helped out along the way with everybody here. And there's been so much of this that people have helped out on. And I apologize if I don't get everybody's name. And I know a lot of people are even donating, not even putting their name on here. They're just going to that site, that www.AmmonBundyDefense.com or www.BundyDefense.com. And Tammy Joe here says $50.
Oh, Tammy Joe. Man, Patriots are the best, aren't they?
Says Lindsay Brewster says $5. She loves Jeeps too.
Right on.
So there's so many people here that have helped without even putting their name on here, and we thank each and every one that has helped out in any way you're helping out.
John Wayne fans too. I am a huge John Wayne fan, so there's another connection.
John Wayne's one of my fans too. Them were the good old days.
Well, I told Neil yesterday, the Patriots are, in my book, they're up there with John Wayne in my book.
That's right, they are.
He's up there towards the top, or at the top.
Yes.
American heroes, that's what we're raising money for.
We've got 19 of them cowboys sitting in this jail right over here.
Yep.
And we need to get these guys out of here.
In order to do that, they need a lawyer that knows the Constitution.
Exactly.
And will stand up and fight for it and not bend over.
If you find one of those little paper from around here, not the newspaper, but like a little extra paper.
Someone on here says Ammon reminds them of John Wayne.
Yeah, great American hero. We haven't had any in a long time until the Bundys and their friends stepped up.
Something else of news that some of you might not have heard, and I don't know the full details on it, but Jeanette Finicum is having a sign made, and she got permission to change a street name is what I understand. They're going to take down a street name. It sounds like it might be even happen today, but they're taking down this street name and changing it to Lavoy Finicum, her husband that was murdered. So that's pretty neat. Once I know the full details on that, I should have known already, but I've been hearing bits and pieces, but I know that they're changing that that one street over there near her to Lavoy Finicum.
Maybe we could get an extra sign also and put it on in front of Bill and Hillary Clinton Street.
That would be, yes, we need to do that.
Let them have to leave and drive on Lavoy Finicum Drive every day.
Terry says $20 here.
Thank you, Terry.
Is your nose itching again?
Yeah, it's better now. It's funny, you don't itch until your hands get handcuffed behind your back.
Use that 2x4 edge in there earlier.
Yeah, I didn't have an itchy nose all morning.
Conservative, liberty-minded libertarians go and pressure the commissioners. We have to do it in a way where we don't become their enemy, we become their constituents and supporters, but we have to put the right people in. Right now,
is it 81 yet? Temp's supposed to get up to 81.
I'd say it's getting close.
What you're doing here is so important because it's getting
Well, that's what they do with the refrigerator. They bring in the dirt.
Nice retail.
She's been in here now for just a little over 3 hours. She's trying to make it to the 4-hour mark.
Trust me, my family knows this is incredibly long time without a cigarette.
Yes.
So I'm doing very, very good. I haven't even turned into the Hulk yet. Still smiling.
Yes.
Exactly.
I didn't either, so
We're supposed to have Jonathan Skipper in here later, so we expect him at any time. So probably within the next hour or so, he'll be over here.
Don't think that we're not there. We are there. We're just trying to figure out how do we.
If I mean, I'll make it until he's in here about 2 o'clock, because I know that's the hot part.
That's right.
But you didn't see that, Skipper.
You still got a little shade in there.
I know.
Now, let me ask you this.
Thank you, sir. I'm going to have everybody sign this. You want to sign this?
I would, but
There's a back page, too.
Put on an absolute pathetic debriefing on YouTube after they bugged out when there was the alleged drone strike.
well, that's got to be one very long investigation, because I have not seen the suits yet.
Those other 2 or 3 guys. You know the video I'm talking about?
That's good, though. That's a good thing.
Oh yeah, because that means they're actually taking the time and at least, doing something.
Maria, she's planning on being here almost another hour. I think it's about 45 minutes longer, at least. And we have other volunteers here that are coming from all over that are going to be in here. We have word that Lisa Bundy, Ammon Bundy's own wife, is going to be here, and that she is planning on going in this box.
I think she wants to go in with Sarah.
Sarah Redbuck, yeah. And then we have Skipper, of course, is going to be here after a while. I'm going to do this myself here in the next day or two. We have some other people. I think Kelly Stewart's going to do it. But we have several people from around. I even was told that Margaret Houston might even do this. So I don't want to put anybody on the spot, but I think that's what she messaged me and said that she might do it for just a little bit. So we have multiple people, and it's really not as easy as it looks. It's really tough. You're stuck in this little box, 3 foot by 3 foot. Most everybody else is sitting over to the side talking all the time. And no water, no food, no smokes if you smoke, and your hands are handcuffed behind your back. So this is replicating what happened to a gentleman here in this prison. And he was left in this cell this same size for 13 hours, if you can just imagine. 13 hours in a concrete box, 3 foot by 3 foot. And you're not let out for nothing, not even to go to the restroom.
Now, this is actually a lot easier than what Ammon went through. I mean, like I said, the handcuffs aren't as tight. You can listen to people talking and they're laughing. He didn't have any of that, and that makes a big difference too, because he had no morale boosters while he was in there suffering. At least
right.
We in here, we've got the outside and stuff that we can see and hear, and he didn't.
All you could have your oxygen in there. We would let you have at least that. For people that are just joining again, we want to make sure they know what's going on. We're trying to put people, have volunteers that go in this jail cell and see how long they can make it. So far we've had 2 gentlemen that have made it 1 to 5 hours and 1 to 5 hours and 15 minutes. They were some pretty big guys, and their shoulders were hurting pretty bad afterwards.
I'm not that big.
Well, you're not.
He's wiry.
But we've had a total of 7 people do this now. I know yesterday we had 3 of them that it took 3 people to do 19 hours. Is that right?
Yeah, 19 hours.
19 hours. So I'll have to add it up so far. 24. We've had 27 hours plus Dave. What did David do?
David did 4, I thought.
4, 31 hours, and you've done 3 already, so 34. We've already had people spend 31 hours so far in this prison and this little jail cell. So this is a replica of a 3x3 cell. That's the dumpster. I'm going to walk over here to the dumpster guy real quick.
That's awesome.
This is the guy that's delivering us a dumpster. This company donated us outhouses and has donated us a dumpster now from a local company here in town to make sure that we got our trash taken care of and our outhouses. It's a little bit more convenient out here. So we don't want to get in his way here, but he just dropped off a dumpster. So there we go. There, he just dropped off us a dumpster, and they brought these porta potties out here, and now we have a place to put the trash without loading up in one of the back of the pickup trucks. And look, Jared's even going to start using this dumpster right now. We've been picking up the trash even around the desert here, cleaning things up, and we're already starting to use it. So help us keep things a little cleaner around here. We bought a bunch of trash bags to help clean up around here and leave this place better than when we leave it. So hopefully by the time we're done, we can get our guys out of this prison over here, get them guys released, stop prison abuse and torture, cruel and unusual punishment. And Camp Liberty here.
Make it all the way through?
Yeah. I'm not going to get that.
She good. Only have 2 more to go to be up there with BJ. Because he was in for 5. I'm up to 3 now.
You look like you just got in there. And
trying.
she was made
Tougher, you're tougher than all these guys out here.
Turkey for 54 years old.
You're not 54.
I am 54.
That's with your cigarettes. Is this your pen?
No.
Oh, okay. Well,
I see
whoever it
Pete.
is, I'm borrowing it.
I see
That
Pete's
was 7
asking.
days.
Pete, you're asking what's going on here. We're in front of the Nevada Southern Detention Center. We'll get over here a little closer so we can read some of this here. We're in front of the Nevada Southern Detention Center, which is acting like Guantanamo Bay. They say they welcome visitors, but this is where we're at. They put these no trespassing signs up just for us around here. Just prior to this, they weren't even up. And they heard we came here to kind of protest and spread the word out here. And that's the prison back there. It's close to a half a mile back there. It's a facility that holds 1,100 people. And we've been exposing how they've been abusing the prisoners in there. A couple of the last cases that we know about right now is one guy was chained to a bench for 4 days, left in his own feces and never unchained to go to the restroom, even fed right there for those 4 days very poorly. Another guy just recently was put in a 3-foot by 3-foot cell, a 3-foot by 3-foot concrete box. Just imagine the box alone, let alone being chained and handcuffed behind your back inside of that box after you've been beat up. This guy has not even been tried for any crime yet. He's sitting here awaiting on trial without bond or pretrial release. And this is a replica of the same size of cell that this guy just spent 13 hours in, handcuffed behind his back. We challenge anyone to come out here and try to do 13 hours inside of a box like this and see how you feel afterwards, how sore you are, how cut up your arms are with a pair of real handcuffs. No food, no water, and no bathroom facilities. Just stuck in that box for 13 hours. And we challenge people to come out here and try it. We're in Pahrump, Nevada, just 80 miles south of Las Vegas, Nevada, at the CCA Correctional Facility. And it's known as the Nevada Southern Detention Center. This is a private detention center. It's owned privately. It's for profit. They're making money off the prisoners here. They're paying them a maximum of 20 cents an hour. They are just detainees. They're not even been found guilty of any crimes yet. And they're being worked in there at 20 cents an hour while waiting on trial. They are being put in solitary confinement. There's corporate punishment. There's torture going on there. People being handcuffed and chained for hours on the end. And yes, we have reports, and just as of last night, that a guy was calling for help multiple times out of this place, trying to get medical help. They refused him medical help, and we're being told that he was taken out of here dead last night. That's the reports we're hearing, and we're still trying to follow up on that. We did see the ambulance come in the back entrance last night with its lights on, and then about an hour later, we seen that ambulance leave without its lights on, and we're being told that that gentleman passed away. But we'll follow up on that story when we have more information on that. But we've still got Dianna in here. She's holding strong at a little over 3 hours now. This injustice needs to stop. I don't know if people know how many deaths in prisons across the United States there is, but I've been doing a lot of research on this. 7,000 deaths just last year alone in 2016. We've got reports in Clark County and some surrounding counties just around Clark County that 46 deaths just around that area. The reports that when you read the reports and seeing how these people died, it's been hidden from the public, and it's not public record of how they died. Some of these guys, they die in prison, but they're taken to a hospital, and it's reported that they died in prison, died in the hospital, not in prison. And so some of these deaths are even hidden from the public on exactly how they died and where they died at. So the public doesn't even know.
We need honest accountability, which I know is kind of an oxymoron for places like this. Somebody's got to hold them accountable.
We are trying to make these people be in help. We were trying to make an investigation be done, and it has been done. We know right now, as we're speaking, there is an investigation going on in here. There is people with suits that went in there today and yesterday and the last few days. The Sheriff's Department is also investigating this facility. And so
now I'm going through the courtroom. They divert my river illegally.
we're right here along the highway here. We put this little 3x3 cell up right here along the street, right here in plain view, that anybody who comes and goes from this facility will get to see this makeshift jail cell that we made, a replica of what's even inside.
And we're making friends.
Beautiful place. Okay, where we have wildlife
A few more guests that's been showing up today. It was not one of our political prisoners that died. We know that for a fact. We've been on the phone with several of the political prisoners in there today and last night, and so it was not any of our guys, but someone did die. Here a few months ago, one of our own political prisoners performed CPR on another guy in there for up to an hour while he waited on a medical team to arrive. And that medical team arrived over an hour later after the prisoners were asking for help. And this other prisoner died in here and did not receive proper medical care while they were trying to do CPR on him. And they took him out of there dead. And very little information is ever released on any of these people that die like that.
They need more oversight. In fact, CCA, hire me. I'll start going through there and talking to inmates, finding out what the hell's going on. I wouldn't mind.
That's what we asked for. We asked that they set up an independent investigation here and let us do welfare checks on these prisons and ask them questions. Just after just a couple of days, they they brought investigators of their own in. So let's hope they do the right thing and investigate it properly.
Truthfully. And don't try to hide the truth.
There's a Robbie that said, I just donated $50. Let's get more donations in order to get her out of there.
Oh, thank you, Robbie. See, he must.
That's a start. That's a start.
It's like, get her the hell off that camera.
So right now you've been in there a little over 3 hours, and you have at least been making $100 an hour while you're there.
Oh, my husband's gonna flip on that one.
$100 an hour by being in jail. He might want to pay to keep you in there longer.
I know. That's what I'm thinking. He's gonna be building me.
Tell him if he coughs up a bill, we'll keep you another hour.
So far, the donations I've added up and counted in here have totaled up at least $100 an hour. So that's awesome.
Every little bit helps.
You know, attorneys, they cost way over $100 an hour.
Oh, yeah.
For everything they're doing behind the scenes that we're not even seeing sometimes.
I know one idiot that claims she charges $365 an hour.
Yes.
And she's a moron. But what is it? They don't give you a degree in anything till they drain you of all your common sense?
That's about right. That's about right.
Yeah, I told them at that particular point, I explode because I've been nice with them for a while.
Trying to keep the blood flowing.
Let me tell you something. I have waited for 6 years.
Trying to keep the blood flowing.
Try to keep the blood.
Is it somewhat sore?
I'm a little bit sore in the arm.
Yes.
I'm hanging. If I position it just the right way, it gets better.
Yes.
And Warden Dave there guarding me.
Yes, that's right.
Let it rot! I mean, it was a beautiful place. Beautiful.
Not guilty, my butt.
Not guilty. At least not that I've been caught.
And you go into the article search.
And they came and destroyed, you know. And somebody said the other day, you know, if you put the government in the Sahara Desert.
Come on, anybody from Redlands, California, that's where I went to school at. Let's donate some more. Get me out of jail.
I can at this point, for legal purposes. Yeah.
Appreciate you asking.
Yeah.
He gets out to a lot of people.
I know.
Yeah. Oh, I know. We watch it all the
Maybe I'll have my...
Stories written about my support for the Bundys, but the front page you'll find that
He can do it, we can.
very
We signed a contract with them.
If you do an article search, put Herman Lewis, Clive and Bundy, you'll see the front page paper, and you know that kind of removed any doubt the government had where I signed. But there were many other articles where Brian came with the girls and Aaron would come and we would sign up.
I heard yesterday in the news, Channel 5, they was showing the whole thing, you know.
30 more minutes.
Is that how they knew about this? Was the Channel 5 show?
They said they watched our live streams. That's how they knew about it and came out.
Nice.
There's somebody from local.
Oh, okay.
The time is she's got 30 more minutes to make it 4 hours.
Wow.
She's our second lady that's been in there, and we've had 5 other guys, I think, in there.
Yeah.
So William Patrick wants to know what's going on. Well, we're trying to expose some prison torture that's going on over here in Pahrump, Nevada, just outside of Las Vegas. So William, right across the street here is a Nevada Southern Detention Center. It's owned by CCA. It's a corporation, privately owned. And back there, behind that flag over there, is a big building that holds about 1,100 detainees. And they hold them for the federal government. They work them in there for 20 cents an hour. They punish them with corporate punishment, such as putting them in solitary confinement. They put them in solitary confinement for days at an end. Sometimes I know they've got some small solitary confinement cells.
That's not the Jeep, is it?
No.
Okay.
White pickup sitting all there by itself. That's David Fleeman's.
Nope.
Oh no, it's down that way.
David, your car's talking to you.
He said on the
I guess it was.
We got 3 more large families that says heading our way on here. Thanks, Kelly. But back to, we got 1,100 prisoners here. They're working these prisoners in here for 20 cents an hour. They haven't even been found guilty of a crime. Many of these prisoners just get out. They serve more time waiting on trial than they would if they actually got convicted of the crime. You got to think about that. While they're waiting on time, our justice system is so backed up and so corrupt that these guys will set more time in jail than they would if they would have been found convicted. And that's just totally wrong. They get paid 20 cents an hour. They're never reimbursed. They're not paid minimum wage for their time. They're making profit off of these guys. Everything that's done in this prison is made profit on, from the food they sell these prisoners to the soap to the toilet paper that's in this prison. They put these guys in solitary confinement for 40 days and longer sometimes. They got a little bitty cell, and that's what we built the replica of. This 3-foot by 3-foot jail cell. And if you can just imagine how big a 3-foot by 3-foot cell is, it's pretty small. And you cannot lay down in there. You can pretty much stand or squat. And it actually, this cell that they have in there has a steel door that closes, and instead of bars. But this gentleman was just kept in there for 13 hours straight with his hands handcuffed behind his back. And it was pure torture.
I'm one of the people that thought they should have declared victory. That is nowhere near. Because anything else would have been wrong when they all got acquitted.
None of these guys have, none of our 19 guys have been convicted of anything. There's even a 93-year-old man in here that's a retired doctor. This 93-year-old man probably had hundreds and hundreds of patients throughout the years, and saved hundreds and hundreds and thousands of lives, I imagine. And they locked him up for some type of prescription fraud, and he's in here being held without bond at 93 years old. Awaiting on trial.
Looks like you get warm.
Actually, it feels good. It got a nice breeze going.
I'll get you another hour.
They got their little
I'll get you another hour just saying that.
Carol told me.
One of the things that I've learned about these people firsthand, I go in and visit many of these people that are in prison. I take phone calls from them. I hear their stories firsthand. And there's no better way to find out the truth than finding out for yourself. And I have definitely found out the truth. just got off the phone a few minutes ago from one of the prisoners in here. I have talked to many of the guards coming and going, and some of the guards have been nice to us and sympathetic, and there's others that have been really rude and mean and hateful and wish we would just go away. But they're hiding the truth back here behind a big old commercial building. It's way bigger than Walmart, and they've got humans in here and they got them locked away. Many of these people have never even had a trial.
Would they say 90% in there probably have never had a trial?
90% have never even went to trial is what they're telling us in there. Linda asked here, it looks like that there's 5 of the Bundy family members in here, 4 brothers and a father. Cliven Bundy's right at 70 years old, I understand.
I think he's 71 now.
71 years old.
I could be wrong.
Well, I know he did just have a birthday.
He hasn't even went to trial yet. And he has 4 sons in here that haven't even went to trial.
We just got invited to meet with the city fathers and commissioners Tuesday morning at 8:30 to meet with them in their normal get together and just introduce ourselves and explain to them what we're doing.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be awesome. Yeah.
So I don't know if everybody heard that, but we've got an invitation to meet with the city fathers of Pahrump, Nevada, to talk about the situation. We've had so many. Margaret says Cliven is 71. But we've got an invitation to meet with the city of Pahrump's fathers here and have a meeting with them and talk about their situation. There has been so many locals that have come out here that did not want this prison in here in the first place. And they're out here supporting us 100%. We've even had local business that has come in here and donated the porta potties and a dumpster just a while ago, dropped off the dumpster for us, and making things a lot easier for us, from food being brought out to us. And we've got more food tomorrow. I know that's coming out. Hi, Tara Lee. And thanks for all that, everything you guys do. We just got an awesome phone call a while ago from one of the prisoners in here, and he was literally in tears, thanking us for being out here. He says that he knows that we are out here, they hear us out here, they hear our music that we play, they see the flags that we're flying.
And that's when people were saying, well, we should move out to the street. I just think it makes the guys feel better knowing that we're directly across the street from them. Not down the street where they can't see us or hear us, but just knowing we're right outside that gate, that's got to bring a lot of comfort to them.
There's 1,100 people here. They must have family members. And their family members got to be glad that we're here supporting all these prisoners here. There we go. You're up next after a while.
Howdy!
Oh, you know what? I'll be right back.
Hey, where's your Speedo?
I said no on the Speedo. There's a contract I signed, no costumes, no tutus, no Speedos.
Oh, okay.
I want to help raise money. Yeah.
We've only got about 20 minutes, guys, left. 20 minutes.
20 minutes to 4 hours?
20 minutes to 4 hours.
Wow. Boy, that went quick.
Yes.
Should I go to 5? Below BJ's record?
You can if you want to.
What do you think, girls? Can I do it? I think he's what, 20-something? You can do it. I think I can do 5 hours.
There's a gentleman named Joe on here that he said he put $100 in towards the Bundy defense.
Nice.
So,
thank you.
Thanks a lot, Joe.
Oh, thanks. Hey, bro. I forgot what happened to it. Oh, you got mine too?
So some of you just joining.
Oh, it's nice meeting you too. Okay, yeah. Anyway, I'm over on Vicky and Las Casitas.
Oh, okay. Yeah, when there's
getting a little antsy in the pantsy?
No, I'm just kind of keeping the blood moving.
We will go around here. We're going to show you our new sign a moment while you're for some of the newcomers on here. Hi, Dale Seals. Look at our sign out here at Camp Liberty. So this is one of the locals built this sign for us. And this is our other one, a homemade one, but he just built this one and brought it out to us. Somebody's delivering some more water. Trees and Bob is unloading it. There's some water that somebody's delivering us by the gallon.
And bananas.
And bananas, wow.
I didn't even know he had one because those things are...
I guess the photographer from the AP's lost because I got a phone call from Ken Ritter. He says the photographer can't find us. So,
hi, Laura.
I guess I beat him here.
Yeah, well, good deal.
Oh, I need to say Rebecca Lamb, thank you. And hugs to all your children. We love your husband.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for stopping by.
I've been wanting to tell her that because I don't know if she's aware. I'm sure she is.
I didn't get to talk to you, but thanks for coming. I'll see you next time, maybe. All right. Good luck with that water.
Hey, Donna, how you doing?
Yeah, we all do our part.
Thanks for the help, by the way.
On what?
Telling them how you do the press.
Oh, yeah.
That's battery.
Are they going to get all the signatures before they talk about the flag?
Dale Seals says he's given $20 to Diane.
Oh, is
So.
that like Dan Seals is I want a ball?
I always say that to him. That's how I remember his name. But he's a good friend of mine in out by Portland, Oregon.
Oh,
and he's a
thank
big
you, Dan.
supporter that's been supporting us all along this whole trial. Him and his wife Sarah.
Uh-huh.
They are just an awesome couple. They've
Nice.
opened up their house to some of us to stay in. They've just been awesome and helping with so much stuff.
Well, God bless you.
Some of the they brought all kinds of homemade signs and helped out. And Dale's laughing here, but Dale, you are awesome. We got to
You
give
are
credit
awesome.
where credit's due. And I have not been to Portland, Oregon in quite a while here. Been wanting to come back, but I still have your guys' bullhorn. So I will get that back to you, I promise.
As soon as we're done with it.
Yeah, I'm kind of using it now.
We've used it a few times around this prison out here, but I've been taking good care of it. And as soon as I get back over there, or one of us are coming back, we'll get that back to you guys.
You know, as I recall, somebody got serenaded yesterday when they weren't here.
It rained. We've had different types of temperature in here since, thanks Dale. We've had extreme heat, we've had extreme cold.
It dumped pretty good yesterday. That was actually very nice. Again, I had to leave my own desert to come out and get rain.
But I keep my yaps shut when I'm around.
So we've had extreme heat, we've had extreme cold, we've had ones that have been in here and it pouring down rain on them.
Yeah, that was David yesterday.
Extreme wind. So we've had a little bit of all kinds of different types of temperature here.
On the corner of 372 and 160, had all the signs out. Yeah, and channel 46 changed all the signs, photoshopped it.
I see someone, Tammy, on here. If you could, I see you're making an offer here, but if you could possibly private message myself or someone on here, we will, or someone could message Tammy and have her call me on the phone. If that's all we've been doing with some of these larger donations, if they could call me personally on the phone, we can make sure everything is legit to make someone stay in there a lot longer. But if you could call us on the phone, and we'll get you maybe my number or somehow here, and we will talk to you in person here.
Well, maybe when
We do our Jericho March at 2:30 every day. So at 2:30 is when our Jericho March is. And we'll march around. It takes us 1 hour to march around. That's when the guys are out in the yard, normally where we can march around and they can see us and hear us. But if somebody could send Tammy a private message and that has my phone number, and we can talk to her personally about that. I can't put your phone number over here, but if you send somebody to send her a private message, or send me a private message here, Tammy, with your phone number, and we'll I'll just give you a call real quick.
More than the last one we went to, and we got what we needed there.
They were still pretty packed yesterday. Was it yesterday?
They've been closing for a long time.
Well, it's got a private message here from someone else about the jail conditions here, and that they're saying that 2 people are currently inside the, let me see here. Try to read my messages here. But meeting is over. Corporate has 2 people there. The guys, some of them have refused to talk without their attorneys in the presence of the sheriff. There's some notes that have been given that some of the prisoners have been keeping for the last year or so, and they said that Ammon and Ryan at this time are still in the hole. So
I need one, man. I have the tendency to triple
the message just before that I hadn't seen, it says they're rounding up our guys in the chapel. Well, I'll tell them why. Please pray that it's good. So.
Need any more?
The UPS guy's been getting constitutions from us. Hey, we got more over here in a box. Hey, David. We got more. We got more over here. They're in a box. Right there in that box there. We'll get you some more. There's some in there.
He said we'll get you some more.
Well, right now.
About ordering some.
There he is. Stop in here tomorrow and I'll have the number for you.
The white ones are twice as good.
We've been giving this UPS driver guy a bunch of constitutions, and he's been passing them out to people in his routes. And he's been very interested in helping us out here. So that's pretty awesome. Thanks a lot.
Still here.
We forgot you for a minute.
Like last week?
Oh, really? Where'd you get it for 25? John Lamb said that we couldn't get that deal.
NCC, doctors, whatever.
Well, then they went down.
Hey, Lindsay, would you be able to contact that other lady on here a while ago? I'm back looking for that message again. And give her my phone number, possibly.
And one for that other person I got. We're going to make her a good use of it. The ones on the table and everything are the ones that I bought. Oh, yeah. The ones you guys are handing out are the ones I bought.
I go buy thousands of digs up there.
She's been in there, Bailey, now for over 3.5 hours. We're going on 4 hours now.
Who would have thought I could make it that long?
We've actually only got 10 minutes to the 4-hour mark.
Woohoo! think I need a horn blown.
I left one.
Somebody better wake him up over there.
Where's the shofar guy?
Yeah, where's the shofar guy?
Mr. Shofar.
10 minutes away from 4 hours.
We gotta have
You gotta break the record, I can tell.
I can tell. Threefold, so you can pass out like glitter.
And she's just cruising along. She don't even.
Justin, we're out here in front of a prison in front of Pahrump, Nevada. It's a Nevada Southern Detention Center. It's privately owned, and there's been some abuse going on in here by the guards to prisoners for quite some time. And we're trying to bring awareness to that. This is a prison cell, and it's the exact same size, the torture chamber that they've been putting men and people in this size of cell, 3 foot by 3 foot.
Right to where you needed it. I've actually had stuff on
And
my
they've been
mind
locking them with their
my
hands handcuffed
and
behind their back and left in there.
Like in the,
This last man was left in there for
I'm dealing
13
with this. I want to look and see what verses to look up.
13 hours.
The verse was right there. So it was like, okay, I'm listening. Right now, my daughter's teaching me that power and praise, because I have a heart. I struggle with that one because of bad situations. Like
Look at David. You know, he sang and danced unto the Lord, and he's considered a man after God's own heart. The way I look at it, you know, I say my son is like.
Yeah, if Tammy could call me, that'd be great.
Because that's my son.
And we'll talk to her personally.
It's like he was literally chasing after God's own heart.
Let's see
That's
here.
how much he wanted God in his life.
Yeah.
That's the way I took the scripture.
Well, she's trying to tell me, like in every situation, even bad, that you're supposed to praise God. And I've been struggling with how do you praise God for this situation? How do you do that?
We have 3 megaphones here at camp. Tara Lee, 3
Well, the only
megaphones.
thing I could come up with is that God chose strong people to bring awareness to what's going on. And so that was the only praise I could think of that came to my mind in this situation.
The post office, she was a mail carrier. Yeah. She got her beginnings and stuff.
Not easy to get the hair out of your face either when it blows there.
That's how much she's suffering, is the hair in her face.
Yes.
The people that she was going around.
Because that's what gets the tickle going.
Right. Yeah, my mustache was the first thing to go on me. It's like, yeah.
Well, this wind we've had these last year and a half, I'm ready to shave my head. I just don't have the face for it. Otherwise, I'd shave it. Me and my husband could be twins.
I've been told I got a face for radio.
If you park it and left it, but you got to stop for a while. Well, I went through some of those neighborhoods that my ex was delivering mail in. We were going to the Oakland Coliseum, and one highway after that earthquake that had collapsed, so you had to go through some bad neighborhoods. And we went up to this one light, and there was this kid with a metal bar about yay big going like this. And he goes, and we're stopped. And I'm sitting telling my buddy, go, go. I'm in the behind the driver. Yeah. And that kid's going like his my daddy's got a gun that kills white boys. Like that. Going, go. But I thought he was going to start beating up on the car or break the window. But nothing happened. But I was scared. So you know about all this.
Yeah, but the first we listened to her, just trying to lead you astray on the path.
That hurt.
Went out to the bars in San Francisco and came back and rode the bar in. Walking through Oakland at like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. You got 3 white boys just walking through 3 o'clock in the morning. This cop pulls over and he's like, what in the hell are you guys doing out here? You're in the wrong area. Get in, we'll give you a ride. We're like, no, we're good, man. We can go up here and eat. They're like, you are so crazy. Yeah, we're like,
He was probably being nice. He wasn't going to be, taking in or anything.
oh, no, he was being nice.
Yeah.
He was totally being nice.
Yeah.
We just couldn't believe we were walking down the bad part of Oakland in the middle of the night, 3 white boys from Oregon.
See a lot of movies
I was in the Navy.
I know, I'm trying not to.
First time I went there, we went to dinner in Oakland.
You white people are actually kind of.
And it was like a Shiloh Inn or something.
That's a racist comment.
We are live, guys.
Oh boy. I'm trying to think back what I said now.
But we asked the waitress lady, hey, where can we go to have a drink?
Yes, that's right.
Like, get on the bar, go over to San Francisco, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, oh, where's the local spot?
Your photographer, you think, is really coming, or you think they...
I think that's him over there. He's
Oh.
getting stuff out of the back of the car.
Oh, he did find the place then.
You guys don't do
You don't want to have that deal.
You can usually roll them for some pretty good bucks.
Mesquite Avenue is where it's at out here, so, but okay. Okay. Okay, thank you.
Drop your wallet and sing.
Thanks, okay, bye.
You better kick it all the way across the bridge before you pick it up in Oakland.
This one time I was at a rough spot in my life, and I was working at Mare Island Naval Ship.
Yeah, I had to step away from a phone to take another phone call for a minute there. So I get away from the messages sometimes.
Bear with me now. It's along those
See,
lines.
if they were actually speakable, I could have listened for you.
I get dropped off in Frisco, and I
If
gotta-
Tammy can private message me somehow, I can see her phone number on there, then I would be able to, it should pop up on my screen and I can take the phone number down.
to get a bite to eat. And when I walked in there, I noticed it was just
But yeah, if Tammy could just send me a private message.
Hey, dude, how's it going?
yeah, something was off. And the guy was coming over there and saying all kinds of weird things, but it just went over my head, you know.
I'm going through the messages, reading them here real quick.
I was in a gay restaurant, and they were trying to figure out whether I was straight.
She got voicemail. Tell her to try again. I was probably on another line. It rings all the time on this end.
And,
If she did try to call me,
and so finally I
Kind of fit the profile.
Yeah. See, I knew you would get me on that. So anyway, yeah. So my face turned red.
4 hours. I need a horn.
Finally figured out that
Or
I
a
was
serenade.
straight, you know, and then everything went back to normal, but not me. I was my ego was going like, what were they thinking? You know, and I was thinking, what to do? I gotta poke somebody in the nose.
John
here,
Lamb,
go
he's
through
been
my
running a
head,
live
you know, and
broadcast on
finally I
Facebook.
kept my
Probably
mouth
about
closed.
75
how you
percent
doing?
of the time.
How you doing, sir?
Yeah, I think we met in front of
I
the
think so.
federal courthouse
Yes.
in Vegas a couple of times.
Yeah, no, but so.
Howdy.
Yeah, I did.
How you doing?
Good, how are
But,
you?
yeah,
Good.
that was one of those weird.
So, well, I'm just going to shoot some pictures. You guys just keep
Okay.
doing what you're doing.
Okay, we'll do
The
that.
class that I was going to, there was this one guy, he was gay, okay, and he called me honey one time. I wanted so bad to hit him, but I was going through, you know, you don't go around hitting people just because they piss you off, you know. And so I got over.
I'm trying to keep my phone line open for Tammy to call me.
And so
If she can just try that again.
I called him honey back.
So far, I haven't seen a missed call from her.
Oh, me coming home. Very subliminal ways trying to know something.
Is that your phone I'm hearing right now?
Yes.
Oh no! Get it! Yeah, now it's out. Everybody knows. No, I'm straight. Yeah, we went down to San Francisco on the board.
Hello?
I went to a lot of
Okay.
During the ice challenge,
You don't have to. I just do it so we can let everybody kind of know a little bit.
We need encouragement.
So I'll tell her. So what you want to do? Encourage her to stay 5 hours.
Nobody else wanted to do it after I did it.
I'm real. I'm real.
Okay. I'm going to get on here, put it on speakerphone now. So, and we don't have to say your name if you want just your first name.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, well, we have Tammy on the line here, Diane.
Hi, Tammy.
Hi, Diane.
So we have Tammy on the line, everyone, and she wants to make a offer here to Diane and encourage her to see if she will stay 5 hours, and she wants to donate $400 more.
To beat the boys? You got it. Yes, I'll do that. And the youth.
You go, girl.
Did you hear her?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
So-
very, very much.
So would you like to say anything, Tammy, to everyone out here?
No, I'm just glad you guys are out there helping.
Okay, well, thank you so much for calling us, and she's taking your challenge on that. She's gonna stay in there for 5 hours.
I'll beat the boys.
All right, you do that.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Tammy, very much.
Love you, Tammy. Okay, bye.
Wants to pay to get her out.
Hey, 400 more bucks if I take on BJ's time.
So that was Tammy there on the phone, and Tammy says $400 if she'll
Right
stay in there
on.
5 hours. So
I'll do it. May have to get drug out, but I'll do it.
Yes. Well, you don't have much further to go.
Another hour? I think I hit the 4-hour mark, didn't I?
You only got 59 minutes to go.
Woohoo! Bring it on.
Well, thank you so much, Tammy, for calling in and doing that.
Yeah, that means a lot. I still didn't get my horn.
I am missing some messages here. I'm a little bit. Don't have a lot of help out here doing this, but we're doing the best we can. And I'm trying to go back through some messages here as we're doing this. I see somebody says, what about the other 500 on top of Tammy's? I didn't see that just yet, so I'm trying to see if I'm missing a message. But I'll just hopefully somebody can maybe re-message that to me.
What's your card say?
We're here all day, so.
Carolyn wants to know if we can find you a nicotine patch, but I don't know if we allow the
I'd
first.
only chew it. At this point, I would eat and swallow. I'm doing okay, though. I'm surprised, but I'm doing okay. I just keep the blood moving, not think about, the drag part. I'm good.
Somebody asked where the dog was. The dog is right here. He's actually underneath that vehicle there, if you can see him. He's staying in the shade. It's getting a little warm for him.
All of us dogs are staying in the shade.
So,
yeah. Even my
says go back to my message here. I don't know if I'm able to go back that far. I'm sorry. Someone just made her a challenge.
This is Rocky, and we're here in Pahrump, Nevada, outside the Nevada Southern Detention Center, and I'm going to go live for a minute. Go ahead and tell me your name and how long you've been in there.
Dianna Doltar, and I am at the couple minutes past the 4-hour mark.
Yeah.
And she is doing better than the guys did, and that's why I'm
I think a
live
comment
streaming right now, because she's doing
If you can
better
just
than the guys.
report that, Vivian,
I got
just do that
400
message
bucks
again.
to stay in 5 hours and beat our 20-some-year-old male. So here I am.
So the challenge right now is for her to beat the 5-hour. Who did 5 hours 15 minutes?
BJ.
No.
Dave Fleeman.
Dave beat
BJ.
Oh, he did?
BJ did 5 hours.
Minutes.
Well, I'm sorry, Dave. I had no idea.
Yeah, Dave's holding the record right now. So Dave Fleeman has the record at 5 hours and 15 minutes in handcuffs.
Okay, I'll take that challenge and I'll run with it.
So
I'll do
5 hours and 20 minutes?
And 20 minutes.
How about
5:30? All right, I'll do 5:30.
Whoa,
God,
no.
you're such a slave driver.
So she's going to do
6. It
5
just gives me
hours
more time to
and
prepare
30
myself.
minutes, and that's why I'm live streaming again. So, go ahead, John. I know I interrupted
No, you're
you.
okay. You're okay.
Well, how much has she raised at this point?
Well, we have one person that has said $400 just if she'll make it to that 5-hour mark.
Wow.
So, other than that, we've got at least another $500 already besides that. So you're pushing the $1,000 mark already.
So right now she's pushing $1,000 she's going to raise because somebody is going to donate $400 if she beats the record, right? Is that correct? Okay.
Yeah. So at least 5.5 hours I have to go.
Yeah,
Wow.
5 hours, 30 minutes. Yeah.
That's why I can't go back. There's too many.
Yeah.
Just seeing it.
Dianna
5 hours, go
Doltar
ahead.
from California here, and she's kicking the butts of the men.
And I want, for the record, I am 54 years old.
That's what I'm talking about.
She's not 54.
That's
I
what
am
I'm
54.
talking
They make
about.
55 if she ever gets out of there.
Yeah, they won't let me scroll through the comments either.
Awesome.
Just so y'all know, too, I've been smoking since I was 12, so I am really, really proud of myself.
We're well pleased as well.
Oh, way cool. So she's needing a cigarette, and she's in there without any food or water, just like Ammon did.
In the heat of the day.
Yeah, she is in the heat of the day.
So the next one up, guys, is Skipper, Jonathan Skipper Spees. He's waiting in line here. Here he is.
She's going to stay in for me too. Watch. I'm kidding.
What's your goal, Skipper?
Well, me and John got a challenge. He first said he could raise $500 because he was a little upset that I beat him in the beard competition. You know, Kelly, we don't want to hear no comments. This is between me and John. Nothing to do with you, so stay out of it. Yes, I went there. So John said 500. Of course, you know, I like a good challenge. I said, well, I could raise 600 an hour. So that's the challenge right now, even though I'm going before John. So if I lose, all he's got to do is just beat whatever I raise per hour. So I see his angle.
And do we know what the amount is that we have raised so far? We've been doing this as the third day.
When I left the ranch, I saw that it was like approaching 15,000. So I don't know what
it is. It's over that now, but we know as of this morning it was 14,700. And that was with a $5,000 donation that someone donated this morning towards BJ Soper's 5 hours that he spent in here. So
you left the ranch, the Bundy Ranch, this morning, and what you're saying is we have 15.
We were approaching 15,000, so 14,700.
Oh my God, that is so
And
awesome.
so it's definitely surpassed that because I keep hearing more and more money for her.
People love old women in menopause.
You go by the title Cougar, it sounds more attractive.
Oh, Cougar.
Yeah, Skipper does like cougars. So
That's the rumor. That's the rumor. I like cougars, but
I don't know. That's not the name I get called at home. So keep that money coming.
Let's see that money.
Show me the money. Show me.
But remember, it's for a good cause. It's not for us.
No.
You want to say what it's for, Skipper?
It's the main thing we're trying to raise money for Morgan Philpott, right?
Yes.
For his, he said that he's going to do pro bono for Ammon, so we took it upon ourselves to raise money for him for travel expenses and lodging, and just to help out in our way that we can, because pro bono for this upcoming trial, which we don't know when the date is yet anymore because the judge keeps pushing it back, and we're just trying to prepare for it the best we can, because the more paid lawyers or pro bono lawyers there are, the better chance, because these public pretenders haven't proved herself.
I just caught that.
Yeah, that's what I've been calling them. These public defenders, they haven't proved themselves, so I've been calling them public pretenders. And it's been catchy. Everybody else has been saying it since. That's what they are. They're getting a paycheck one way or the other. They haven't put their heart into it. And we've seen the paid lawyers actually put a lot of effort into it because they get to know their clients really well. And so I've actually got a message from a guy today that says he has a couple of lawyers that want to help out, and so I'm going to be talking to him later on and try to get details and put him in contact with the right people.
Well, the counties keep treating us better and better every day.
And because you were at the ranch, is there anything that the family would like to say, the Bundy family?
Talked to Carol last night. She's excited that we're still out here staying strong. I talked to Lisa Bundy. She really appreciates what we're doing. And
hey, guard, how you doing?
Yeah, the guard's counting how many people out here again.
Yeah,
can't break her. Can't break Dianna.
Things are going strong at the Bundy Ranch. People got their spirits up, right now, and yes, there's some struggles, with some of the family members, but they're all leaning on one another and helping one another, and we just need to continue, praying and spreading the good word and educating people.
That's all we can do.
Yep.
That's what we can do, and we can raise $15,000 by torturing ourselves.
Yes.
it's a small price to pay.
Absolutely.
It is.
I agree.
Said the man who did 2 hours.
That was a
Well, it didn't help that I played Ammon's phone call while he was in there. I tortured him even more by playing Ammon's phone call while he was in there, so that didn't help any.
Yeah, the phone call I think did a number on you too. So I must stick up for you a little bit.
Okay, well, Ammon could call me. I might not make it to 5.5.
Starting to hurt now.
My arm's been bothering me for the last couple hours, but yeah, I'm gonna hang
Yeah.
tough. I can do it.
13 hours would be a long time, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Especially if you just had gotten beat up,
Oh God, yeah.
hauled in there by 6 guys and roughed up real good.
And not as easy on the handcuffs as
Yes.
was applied. Plus, what, he had shackles too.
Yep, and he spent 40 days just prior to that into a 6x8 hole, and had just gotten released from that. And this was all over a shirt that was just hanging off the side of his bed.
Which is, I mean, let's break this down. It's a stupid freaking rule.
It definitely
that
is.
was ridiculous.
I'm gonna justify the no shirt policy. Because I worked inside for 20 years, the deal is safety for the inmates, and I'm going to justify it this way. When you hang a shirt on the bed, then everybody else is going to hang a shirt. And then it's okay to hang a jacket on the bed. Then everybody else is going to hang a jacket on the bed. And pretty soon what you have is you have a sheet across the bed and you can't see, and other inmates are getting raped and sodomized. And so that is the policy, and that's why. And,
I know,
and
but
that's how it came
Well, what
about.
Ammon threw, that's not justifiable for what Ammon
In
threw.
reality,
I understood. I understand that part, and then there's officers that are way too gung-ho. They got in a fight with their wife that morning, or they got a speeding ticket on the way to work, and all of a sudden they're going to take it out on somebody, some other human.
and I can see, okay, that's the rule. Then you know what? Move your shirt or lose your shirt. You know?
Yeah.
Give them a choice. You don't have to just go in on full-fledged attack.
Right.
Especially when you know this man has never been convicted of a crime.
And then I'm going to go back to how bad these private prisons train their staff. They do not train their staff. These people are coming straight off the streets out of Walmart or the 7-Eleven, or I don't even know, but the policies and procedures of hiring somebody in these prisons is very lax. And so they get no training on how to deal with people, how to identify suicide potentials, human relations. I could go on and on and on.
And how many choose this job just to be able to get away with being a bully?
Oh, absolutely. Anytime you have a badge involved, you have people that it attracts the people that should never wear one.
Exactly.
Oh, yes, it does. And it attracts people that are honorable and think they can make a difference. So it's a really hard balance, and they need to weed out the ones that are too weak to do the job, too over the top to do the job, and so it's a strong balance. And the hiring pool from this area is just not as big or as much as it would be in a larger city. And so that's what you get in the hiring.
I don't know. I could see people in LA hiring exactly the kind of guards that are in there.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, and this is a for-profit prison.
Yeah.
For-profit. So they're not going to spend a bunch of money on their training. They're not going to do it. State of California, my training came out of the taxpayers' dollar. So they trained us like crazy because the lawsuits were such that all we did was get training on this and training and training and training. We were constantly training. John, do you want to go into what happened today? We heard that there was an internal investigation. You've probably already said it on your feed.
Well, I know there's a lot of newcomers that come on here, and we can update them here what's going on a little bit again. We can kind of update everybody. So we're out here in front of the Nevada Southern Detention Center out of Pahrump, Nevada. That's what's about 80 miles south of Las Vegas. It's a large prison that's out here in the desert. It's a CCA prison. It's for profit. They house about 1,100 people out here. And today, we've been out here now day 6. And we've been trying to expose some things that's been happening here, such as prison abuse by the guards, locking them up in like small 3x3 cells like we have built here, 3 foot by 3 foot, and handcuffing them behind their back, and they left one man in there for 13 hours under them conditions. And today we got a call from one of the prisoners and some text messages that says that there are investigators here now investigating this prison, and that some of the prison staff pulled out a bunch of the men out of some pods, took them into the church or chaplain area, and have been taking them out one at a time, questioning them, and asking them about the prison abuse that's been occurring in this prison over the last 16 months that these men have been here. And they've been also questioning other prisoners. So we know that the sheriff is also doing her investigation here into this incident, and we know that the guards are the prison now is being investigated. One prison guard, he was sent home. He was put on administrative leave, and also the warden in this prison has also been relieved, and they've also hired a new warden. So there's been a lot happening the last week here, and we feel good about it. We're glad we're out here exposing this, and we plan on staying a little longer and letting everybody know what's going on.
And I want to say, I think since our Patriots have been here, haven't they gone through 3 wardens?
I'm not positive about that. I know of these 2 for sure now.
Okay, it seems like there's been like 3 now. So there is problems here, for sure.
Me and David, we go way back.
Anything else?
That's all I can think of at this moment.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank.
Yes.
I think I'm lack of sleep here. How are your hands?
They're still there.
Okay, are you getting numb? I'm going to come check on you.
Now they're a little swole. I can feel the difference in the rings.
Okay, I'm going to check on you. And what I'm doing here is I'm checking her blood flow to see that, make sure that you can see that the blood flow. Can you see this?
Don't go downhill, huh?
That one's really because of her ring. You see the difference there?
You can only do what you can do.
So. Oh, hell no! Now, how do your wrists feel?
They're not bad.
Now, if you want to take a good picture, you might want to look at her wrist and what the cuffs are doing to them. And when we get her out after 5 hours, this is going to be. And there was an older gentleman in here, and it really wears on the skin. When you have an older person, it can actually break and rip and tear the skin. So that's something to know about. So when you check your fingers, you want to make sure that there's still blood flow. So after 13 hours, this can really seriously do a number. And with most men that are bigger, like Ammon Bundy, the shoulders are just not meant to be pulled back in this direction. And so when they're pulled back in this direction for a long extended period of time, the blood flow and everything else pretty much stops. And one of our guys that was in there the other night said his whole arm turned ice cold. He nodded off for like a second, and he lost circulation in his arm. And so when you get out of the handcuffs and they tell you to put your hands above your head after 13 hours, that's physically impossible. And we're watching the guys come out of the handcuffs and try to put their hands above their head, and you're seeing that some of these guys are struggling.
You gotta be careful, because if you can't, you go numb
like
and
way
stuff,
more
you
awesome
get
than the guys, right? We're just like way more awesome.
Way more awesome.
So sorry my hands are dirty, guys. I'm out here camping. But I kind of want to explain a little bit about that. I know that I'm repeating myself, but if you could just share the videos, get this out, go to John Lamb's page and watch his live stream as well. John Lamb, just like it sounds. I mean, if you mess that up, we're just going to have to throw you away. So he's live streaming throughout the day, and his go for hours, and I try not to make mine over 15 minutes, as my camera just doesn't work my phone just doesn't work that well. Is there anything else you want to say at this time? After being in there for 4 hours, how do you think Ammon felt after 13?
Oh, I'd like to have some guards in front of me right now. Well, maybe once get the feeling back in my shoulders and my arm again.
Yeah, it makes you frustrated.
Oh, I'd like to beat the shit out of them, and I'm just going to put it out there. I don't care.
Right. So, just to let people know that she's got people out here constantly talking to her and encouraging her and everything else. And Ammon was left in a cell by himself for 13 hours with no food and no water, and had to pee in the shower stall. And yeah, it is what it is. So what we're doing is the torture chamber challenge for the political prisoners, and I did put up the website there. Thank you, Kathleen, for bringing that to my attention, and Bundy Defense.
Good seeing you here, Harvey. Thank you.
So whatever you can do, what we're doing is raising money, and right now I'm being told we're at $15,000, approaching very fast $15,000, and we started. This is our 3rd day with this challenge right here. And so every single little bit helps. If every person can donate $1, $1.
Is that apple good? She said.
Thank you for your time. Thank you for everything that you guys are doing. We got our covers back up from last night's windstorm. It's really starting to get hot. We have porta potties. But what was brought today is the garbage bin. So we have the garbage bin down
already
there.
took garbage out of the RV and put it in there.
So now we have a place to throw our garbage right back there.
Oh, did you get to be the first one to use the dumpster?
No.
Oh.
David had thrown some bags of trash in.
Oh.
I just had a little thing.
I thought that was pretty cool. They brought a dumpster
There.
today.
He told me he was going to be here till Thursday.
Well, he left. I don't know what to tell
She
you.
is going to beat the guys.
But yeah, David,
She's going to beat them.
BJ, and
She's going to go 5 hours and
Jared
30
here.
minutes, and that will beat the top record for 15 minutes.
really got to know
And
Josh
you heard her age,
as
and
I
California
do
strong.
more, and we all
Amazing
have
what
awesome.
that girl will do for a little money.
Me and Josh went camping a few times together.
Like I said, my husband might have a new profession for me.
People misjudge him a lot because
we'll
he's
see
young
what
and
she
boom,
does at
shows
5
up out of nowhere.
For a little bit of
I'll
money.
tell you,
They're all like,
BJ Soper on his live stream thing.
I'll throw it out here real quick, everyone, that if anybody is coming from Colorado, either heading towards Portland or heading towards Las Vegas, we have someone that needs a ride that's over there that's in Colorado. I can work out the details with you later if you private message me, but they are needing to leave Colorado to come this way by Thursday night or Friday morning is when they're ready to leave out. Real responsible person, real good faithful person that has been supported us a lot. So if there's anyone out there that is planning on coming this way, that would like another trustworthy individual to ride with you, we would appreciate that. So
I hope so. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can.
Where are we at?
A little over 4 hours.
Oh no. Oh man.
Yeah, that's awesome.
4 hours and 15 minutes.
Oh, 4 hours and 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, that's only an hour and 15 to go then.
Exactly. The countdown.
And see, the time isn't messing with your head like it did the guys. When the guys were in there, they were like, don't tell me the time, don't tell me the time. Because they kept saying that every 15 minutes felt like an hour.
It did in the very beginning. I've noticed the longer I'm in here, the quicker it's going.
Okay.
I was surprised when I hit 4 hours.
I think she's losing it.
That could be. It's called lack of nicotine. It makes a person nuts.
So she could very well be losing it. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
At least I'm happy losing it, and I have not turned into the Hulk.
Right. We should have put the inmate shirt on you. We should have put the inmate shirt on you.
Oh.
We have an inmate shirt. So we should have. That would have made for good pictures. Mo better pictures.
Mo better?
Mo better pictures. So.
I keep waiting for my horn, damn it. There's no honor amongst some men. Because look at him, he's just sitting over there.
He hasn't blown that shofar at all.
No,
Brand Thornton, you're being talked about.
Are you going to blow that shofar?
Brand, you're being talked about.
I actually looked at the time wrong. You've only actually got 1 hour exactly right now.
Woohoo! 1 hour!
Because we do our march at 2:30,
Uh-huh.
and that's when the time is up, and it's 1:31 right now. 59 minutes now.
You better hope nobody offers you another $400 for an hour.
I have to tell you, I don't know if I'll be able to carry the flag for the march.
Yes, I know.
We had a guy on here the other night.
Yeah, David's flag about killed my collarbones yesterday. I didn't realize it till this morning.
Yes.
I was sore and I couldn't figure out how come.
So they
That's a long walk around there.
Yeah,
And
well, I was carrying that big, huge
yeah, oh, the tall
flag.
one, yes.
Yeah. Fighting the wind.
I'm just thinking of somebody coming up with another.
So here we got Brand Thornton going to blow the shofar, everyone. So we'll.
No.
Don't worry, it won't be me.
Are you going to blow it right by the jail cell there, Brand?
I do. 1 hour left. 1 hour left. It'll be 5.5 hours.
Maybe
She's been in
Associated Press guy
4 hours and about 18 minutes. She's been in here now.
Another hour.
How much money he had on him. He only paid $27. Back to you. That's the $30.
Thank you. That'll do it, man.
There, you've been serenaded.
Woohoo!
I was supposed to sing a song too, but never did happen. It wasn't somebody said $200 if I sang a song.
That's what they said. So we'll take you a little walk around here and just show you again. As you can see, there's campers and tents. This tent was knocked down yesterday by the wind. But it's back up. We got a tent and trucks over there, and another little putt tent over there. Little bitty trailer. The wind's starting to pick up out here, so we're going to have problems with our mics after a while, but and there's the entrance to the prison here. So again, everyone, here we have the Nevada Southern Detention Center, known as the CCA. It's a prison for profit, and I don't know if anybody understands really what that means. A prison for profit. It means they're not a non-profit organization. They are for profit only. They are like a hotel here, and they house detainees. There's over 1,100 people, men and women, in this place, and they're being held there until trial. The majority of them are. Most of them have not even been charged with, or haven't been even went to trial yet, and they have to wait up to 3 years. They even work for 20 cents an hour in here while they're waiting on trial. A lot of them never make it to trial. They get released beforehand. They spend more time being detained than they do if they was even convicted of the crime that they're charged with, many times. And some of these guys that we know have been in here over 16 months and have been abused, raped, tortured, put in small little torture cells, like we have a replica over here. It's a 3x3 box, and this one gentleman was held in there for 13 hours with his hands behind his back, was not able to get out to use the restroom. He had to use the restroom in that box while he was in there for those 13 hours. All the time, his hands were handcuffed behind his back. Yes, Lindsay, I will take care of that. Thank you.
I'm not trying to be nice. I'm being truthful. I found that women can handle pain generally a lot better than men.
I don't know. He told me about the gonads. If you kick a man in the gonads, it's 9 times worse than labor or birth. Giving birth.
Yeah, but who's making that decision?
You read it all the time. We all want to know the baby.
Who does he hear that from?
Kick me one more
So
time.
here's our
That solves that argument right there.
here's our kitchen here. Here's Camp Liberty. In prison torture. Anybody who approves of human torture, that tortures people like this, it's so inhumane that I don't even have the right words for it. And anybody who justifies that is a criminal themselves. I can tell that a lot of people don't live in the real world and have no they have no sympathy on the human life. Thanks, Laura Jones.
Look, just standing there.
Way to go, Lord Jones!
Yeah, I guess so. And was that live when I was saying that? Hallelujah. Golly, why don't you come up and kick me, man?
Well, John was he was far enough away. It all depends.
Would you like
on
to
how
say
loud
hi
you
there,
are.
David?
Hello. If I said anything inappropriate, I apologize. I got a potty mouth.
Oh, that's putting it lightly. We were having a discussion on which is worse, a guy getting kicked between the legs or childbirth, and he went in a pretty good description.
I walked away from him.
John's learning. I apologize.
Hallelujah lyrics.
She was taking pictures.
That's the
We've
second
had a
one.
few, like, as they were leaving, holding their cameras up and stuff.
Yeah, we got David right back here. Somebody said hi, David.
Hey, Lord Jones?
I think it was. I'll go back and check the message.
Yeah. I think so.
Did you get that message?
It was Laura Jones.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know
You
if I
got that
will.
message, okay.
She's a good one.
You didn't eat them last time.
She recruits up more of us all every day.
I think Brandon's ready to sing. First two hours. Do you hear me, John? I think Brandon's ready to sing.
Are you ready to sing? Okay. We're going to have Brand sing us a song again.
Let me get this so I can get through. And then you can join in if you like.
V6 with a lot of shiny paint.
We got to pull them out.
Well, he's got all these cars figured out.
Hallelujah lyrics.
You can tell the sheriff.
Okay. You ready?
Keith, it's about a prison abuse. We'll tell you here in a moment. We're going to sing a song here.
Why doesn't he have his flag on? I know I took his band down.
I heard there was a sacred chord that David played and it pleased the Lord. But you don't really care for music now, do ya? Well, it goes like this, the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall and a major lift. A baffled king composing hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Your faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof, her beauty and the moonlight overthrew ya. She tied you to her kitchen chair. She broke your throne and she caught your hair. And from your lips she drew the hallelujah. 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 Baby, I've been here before. I've seen this room and I've walked this floor. You know, I used to live alone before I knew ya. I've seen your flag on the marble arch, and love is not a victory march. It's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah. 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 Well, maybe there's a God above. All I've ever learned from love was how to shoot somebody who outdrew ya. And it's not a cry that you hear at night. It's not somebody who's seen the light. It's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah. 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 Throw money, please.
Bravo.
Holy crap, he can sing too.
We don't need no comments from the peanut gallery.
That should get you some more money, I would think. Somebody said they're going to give $200 to the person who sings.
Nice.
Says, I think, Laura Jones says, I think Sarah Redbuck pledged some money to hear that song. So
make them pay up.
That might have just brought a couple $100 more.
Yeah!
So we're ticking down now. We're getting there closer.
How much longer you got?
Shows 45 minutes about.
Okay.
So it's getting down.
I can hang.
45 and a half.
God, you are such a jailer.
So we're going to try to stay on here with this live stream until Diane gets released here. And then we're going to handcuff Skipper and put him in his cell. That's the plans anyway.
Oh no, he just showed me a video of him getting waterboarded. Really? Yeah. Well, that, you know what? That might be easier to miss.
We don't have our guitar player here today to play the play a bunch of the songs, but
Yeah, he had to go home.
How long have we been out here, John?
this is day number 6. How long did the local guy stay in here last night? What was his name? Oh,
Golly, I'm horrible.
Jeff.
Jeff. I think he only did 2 hours. I don't know.
2? Okay.
Or
Yeah, I think he did 2.
The guy locally from around here, Jeff. They're saying he did 2 hours.
5 hours 15 minutes.
Okay, Keith. Yeah, I got to get back to that. So what we're doing here, if you haven't seen yet, we've got different people volunteering for what we call the torture chamber challenge. And this here is because this is the same size of cell, 3 foot by 3 foot, that is in a prison that we're right beside here. So we're right along the highway, as you notice. We have built a replica of a jail cell, 3 foot by 3 foot, that this prison has right across the street here. It houses 1,100 men. They're detainees that are Americans. They have been put in here awaiting on trial into a private prison. It's not even owned by the federal government. It's a private prison. And they have a jail cell in here that's 3 foot by 3 foot. They put individuals in there handcuffed with their hands behind their back up to 72 hours for different forms of punishment. And these men haven't even been tried yet. They're just awaiting on trial. And many of these men don't even go to trial. They get released before trial and their charges dropped. There's multiple other types of prison abuse being done over here. Some of them are being chained to a bench for possibly up to 4 days, as one gentleman was, and not released. He was chained to a bench for 4 days, left in his own feces and urine, not allowed to get unchained to even go to the bathroom or eat. This other gentleman was left in this jail cell for 13 hours. He had to go to the restroom in there while he was there, standing up. He had to, with no food or no water, and all the while he was handcuffed in there for 13 hours. We're trying to stop this type of prison abuse. This should not happen in America, and we're out here trying to expose it. We've been camped out here along this highway now for 6 days, 24 hours around the clock, non-stop. We've got our kitchen set up. We've got tents, supporters from all over the country, and as you can see here, that's what we're doing there. And here again is a volunteer that has been in here for over 4.5 hours now, and we haven't had anyone yet stay in here longer than 5 hours and 15 minutes is our longest person that's stayed. And we've had some extreme temperatures. We've had it from hot to cold. We had one gentleman stay in here till 2 o'clock in the morning. It got fairly cold that night.
It's all the attention.
Pain is weakness.
I think the hardest part is going to be me not be able to handle my phone while I'm in there.
Oh no, they take that. That's called contraband. Mine got taken. Yours will too.
Diane hasn't had no food or no water. She's had no smokes, which is a big thing.
Huge.
You mean these?
Yes.
And no cell phone. We even confiscated her cell phone.
I think I just cried a little bit.
Eric Parker is doing very well. He did make a phone call out, probably calls out several times a day, but one of his phone calls was saying he was doing good in here. His spirits are uplifted. He is really glad that we are out here. We had another prisoner call out today, thanking us for being here and support. And a couple of times he even had his voice break with emotions. He was extremely broken that we were here supporting him. And thanks, Tara Lee. She just posted the message there that you can go to and listen to the message from Eric Parker. It is heartbreaking just to hear these guys talk on the phone and the things they have went through. And these men are innocent men. They're being charged falsely. They should not even be in here, especially these 19 guys. And we're finding out there's more and more and more of these men that are in here under false charges that should never be in prison in the first place. There's also a 93-year-old gentleman in here sitting in prison, waiting on trial.
Mentally, certainly should have been accountable in some fashion. These poor decisions are most assuredly not worthy of a death sentence, but that's what you got.
That was an expensive car.
Out with a friend.
Howdy. Oh dear.
Howdy.
Policeman brought her to the hospital after they
Howdy, howdy.
However, they did not bring her.
Yeah, I think I'm delirious at this point.
Recently found on her behalf. Not only was only brought to the hospital for a blood test.
Well, then give it to me.
Once the police took her blood and as evidence, she was booked into the Mississippi County Jail.
Can I just pet it?
Where she would die a slow and humiliating death. All the guards watched and laughed, for their own.
Laura Jones says, "You're a tough cookie." She says, "Right there, go, Diane."
Diana's a little delirious at this point. Especially when I have a cruel and unusual jailer over there.
That's right.
This was in May 2015.
And these are the ones we hear about
years later.
Figure them down to about 35 minutes?
Real close to that, yep.
Is that the 5-hour mark, or is that going to be the 5.5-hour mark?
That is the 5.5-hour mark. That's 15 minutes over of what any of the guys have done.
Okay, that's what.
And you're only supposed to go 5 hours. That's that's 30 minutes longer.
A record of some sort.
How much time before 5.5 hours?
It will be 2:30. It's actually, yeah.
I mean, how much time?
Well, it's going to be 2:20. Let me see. It was 12 minutes after the hour. She's got to go 15 minutes past that. So, 27.
27 minutes.
Yes.
Just
Can
in
you
time
give
for
us
the
a
walk.
30-second update? I'm at every. Can you give us a minute? Torture her. Say 26 more minutes.
Oh yeah, every minute.
25
I see. Give her the time some more. That is torture, just hearing them.
Because I had to ask them to stop that. You've been in there for 20 minutes. Oh, it's felt like an hour.
Like I said, I told you, I'll bring more Motrin for you tomorrow. You didn't even ask for it.
No, I just had that headache
wonder if I
that
should
first
take
day.
some pain pills before I
That
go.
was a combination of
Dale Sill says
drive and
he's doubling his pledge earlier to $40 now.
Nice.
So,
I'll take it. Please tell me I don't have to go any more than 5.5 hours though.
Margaret Houston says, you went this long without a cigarette, you can quit now.
Hey, trust me, they are saving some poor person's life. Not my own. The other one on the other side.
So I posted 30 minutes till I'm in the box.
the sober cell is what we wanted to think of it.
Some of these people aren't too friendly.
I noticed that too. It's like, howdy. And man, they don't even look at you.
I think their job has been
wearing hard on their hearts.
Well, until their job's in jeopardy, I'm going to sit right here. Hopefully it'll happen soon because they tell me I have to leave soon. And I hate to be a liar.
Their daddy should have taught them better.
And you know what's kind of sad? It does mean well. You know, I do too, but who knows? Because I noticed that one time he was all in a certain mood, and then he left, he came back, and then he was in a really good mood, and you couldn't shut him up.
How long does she got left?
About 25 minutes.
So we got a couple people on here. It looks like going back and forth. One guy challenged another guy, says, if you'll give $50, I'll give $50. And they said yes. So that's another $100 right there.
Nice. Thanks, dudes.
Thank you, Sal, and thank you, Dell.
She's reached 1,000.
She's over that, yeah.
By herself?
Yes.
Well, that's about average, isn't it? I mean,
I
mean, how many? She's a sixth person.
Amy Patterson did what?
Mark, it isn't anything about proving anything. It's about showing people firsthand. I would challenge you, Mark, to sit in this cell and tell me that it's just and right that you can sit in this cell for 13 hours without any food or water. That's what we're trying to show, is that it's inhumane and it's insanity to put people in a 3-foot by 3-foot cell like this. Most people are living in a little bitty sheltered house behind a TV screen, and they just let their neighbor be destroyed in these big corporations and locked up. We don't care what happens to our neighbor. That's the whole point here, is to show the world that this is insanity to lock people up like this. So far, we've struggled with different individuals that have volunteered here to spend over 5 hours in this without, and they're in pain, and that's what we're trying to prove here.
Can we see those handcuffs again?
Oh, almost escaped. Oh, sorry.
Your fingers are a little more swollen, aren't they?
Yeah, I can feel it in my rings, so I'm
Yeah.
trying to move them
I can
a lot.
see them around your rings this time even a lot more than last time.
Yeah.
Anyone that's out there near here, we welcome you to come out here and join us, and
Join Dianna.
come here and try this yourself for 5 minutes, for 1 hour. It doesn't matter. Just experience it for yourself. Laura Jones says you're going to need lots of water after a while.
Oh, water. I need a chiropractor right now like crazy.
Somebody said we need to give you some stamps to ride home. Pamela Parker's sending you a hug, John. Hug.
Thank you.
You get a lot of those, don't you?
Yes.
I bet you do.
That's nice, though. It keeps me going.
Yes. That one hurt.
My notifications comes up here and said that Dale Niels shared my video. I don't usually read those out, but I seen that. It says it's been shared over 233 times now, and Facebook tells me to let him know I appreciate him, which I do appreciate Dale. Dale's been awesome on here supporting. So CCA, who owns CCA? It's owned by a corporation that's out of Tennessee, I believe. It's a corporation that has, they started in Tennessee and they have started building these private prisons all across the country in different parts, especially all over the East Coast and down south into Florida. There are several, or a few anyway, out here in the West. And
I saw something on their major donors. It's mainly like mutual funds, I think. They have a lot of like financial type donors or sponsors or whatever they are.
Well, it's a corporation that's ran by a board.
Yes.
And they have their own jobs and businesses as well. John, you actually have 366 shares, to be exact.
Wow, 366 shares.
1.4 thousand comments on this live stream alone. I don't know how many views. It won't show me how many views.
I haven't made no phone calls out yet. I've been trying to just run this live stream, but I'll make some phone calls as soon as I get done with this live stream. It'll give me a break. I'll get equipment charged up and she has been in there almost 5 hours now, just a few minutes before 5 hours, so.
She's a rock.
No, she's a dummy.
Dumb rock, yeah.
Thanks, Dale. 5 hours is a long time. I don't even know if I can do 5 hours. So again, here's the camp. For those that are just joining us, this is the Torture Chamber Challenge. It's a prison cell we built in a replica of what's inside of this prison, 3 foot by 3 foot. And these are some of the people that's been camping out here for the last 6 days, around the clock. So to answer that question, Laura Jones, the information that we got on Ammon, he was shackled prior to going into that 3 foot by 3 foot cell. Had these hands and feet, that's why they were all bloody. He'd been held in solitary confinement before that, even up to 40 days, and it just got out. When they put him in the 3 by 3 cell, they did take the feet shackles off. That's the reports we've got, and that he only was handcuffed behind his back during those 13 hours. But they had beat him up, shackled his hands and feet, for a while and had drug him to that 3x3 shower stall and throwed him in there, and then removed the feet shackles. That's what we're being told.
That, John, they unhooked the chain, but they left the shackles on the ankles.
They left the, okay.
But the chain was undone.
So the cuff part themselves were left on there. The feet shackles are like the handcuffs, but they have a chain in between them. And the metal ring itself was left on the leg, but not the chain. And that's what was cutting into his leg.
Yeah, because I'm sure they weren't done nicely.
Thank you, Dell, for putting that on there. I'm wanting to play that again live on here later on of Ammon's message from jail. So
Playing that while I was in there, I remember that specifically. I just hope
It looked like you were about to cry. Well, just not to, you know, to make it rough for you, but I mean, it was a pretty rough phone call. It was a pretty rough phone call.
when it came out from Kelly, I listened to a few minutes in, but it hadn't as of yet heard the whole thing.
That was the first time you heard the whole thing?
The whole thing, yeah. I mean, the first time I couldn't even. Because if you remember, that's when that guard came out and was telling those guys that this stuff doesn't go on. And at the same time, I'm hearing.
Sure got quiet, guys. I know, I heard someone snoring.
Sassy Bridges over here is finally going to sleep. Pour himself out.
You mean someone else is going to have to be the waiver?
Somebody has to be the Walmart breeder.
Ray Bauman, yes, you have my permission to share that. And I don't know if you've sent me any private messages, but send me over a private messages, and I'll give you that in writing if you need that.
So here in about 30 minutes, I'm going in, and then they're going to...
Julie Richards, $10. What a trooper. She's going to pitch in $10 more.
Thank you, Julie.
Yes, that's awesome, Julie.
Yeah, the road.
God, they just don't even want to
The
look.
short fence.
I guess they see it enough on the inside.
And
see the berm?
Yeah.
No, they
On the other side of the berm, it goes that way, and then it just comes all the way around. We have to walk around the water tank.
if you've got an hour,
I wouldn't even treat my dog that way, Dale. That's right. It's just totally inhumane.
it's a good photo walk.
Yeah, we need PETA here. Where's PETA?
I won't take the black dog today. Yesterday he went. He won't go today. Like I leave him up. Excuse me, the black and white dog.
It's too.
I understand, Steve. She's on her way back, but that's what I understand.
I mean, I could coax him, but I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, it's too hot.
You can still keep me company.
I can't.
Ray just donated another $20.
Oh, Ray. Ray, baby.
Yeah, he feels the stress of the people in there.
You're welcome, James. I sent over the message. I told a couple of them, so I'm glad that all worked out. It was good to talk to you too, brother.
Just starting, I can see her getting uncomfortable.
Oh yeah. I can't even get the arm in the right position to be comfortable at this point.
Yeah.
Well, you only got 2 hours left.
Oh, bite me.
In California, when an inmate is restrained for X amount of time, we are legally obligated to uncuff one hand and let them stretch it and exercise it because you can lose the circulation.
Vince, I think she's been in pain for quite a while, and it's getting better.
So while these guys are getting away,
What's the countdown? About 20 more minutes?
It's about 20 minutes, yes.
And that's why I'm constantly checking her, because that's how I was trained. You know, you're looking for the blood flow, and you're looking for, you know, distress and everything else. And her fidgeting is very common, very, very common, because most everybody will do that unless an inmate's been doing time for a long time and can just go to sleep.
It's called nicotine withdrawal. They don't want to tell you the truth, but that's what it's called.
Yes, Ammon said his arms were twisted around in a poor position and left that away for the 13 hours that did make it more painful.
Different mindsets, you know, if they've got trauma in their life or whatever, you can actually watch the
Tommy, what we've got here is a 3-foot by 3-foot replica of a jail cell here. So we got a 3-foot by 3-foot replica of a jail cell. And
I got 5.5 hours.
this prison that's right here next to us over here, this prison that's right across the street here, Nevada Southern Detention Center, holds about 1,100 people back here. And they put people in this 3-foot by 3-foot torture chamber to punish them. And a gentleman last week was kept in there for 13 hours with his hands handcuffed behind his back without food, water, or even going to the bathroom. And we're trying to expose it, and they are being investigated right now. There are investigators that's been in there today and the last few days. The Sheriff's Department here is investigating this private prison. It's a corporation. It's a prison for profit corporation.
Shut it down.
That's right. Got another one coming to wave out.
Even the locals around here did not want this prison put here in the first place. The crime committed, I don't know if the crime actually matters. What was committed, these guys that are in here haven't been had trial yet. They're still presumed innocent until they go to trial. But none of these men that were chained to these benches for 4 days or put in these cells for up to 72 hours that are 3-foot by 3-foot, none of them was ever convicted of murder, and there was no crime. They should not have been put inside of a cell like that. They're even working these guys here at 20 cents an hour, and they're still presumed innocent. Some of these guys spend 3 years and longer inside of this jail waiting on trial, and when it's all said and done, they would spend more time waiting on trial without bond than they would have if they even was convicted of a crime. Most of them are released before they're ever convicted.
Dianna? D-I-A-N-N-A. Doltar. D-O-L-T-A-R. Yes. Hey, do you have any of that fancy film stuff, you know, that automatically takes 10 pounds off you? If you use one of my photos, I'd sure appreciate it.
Photoshop.
Yeah, let's Photoshop the hell out of it, please.
We've got some people coming up here.
Vince, we are out here the last 6 days nonstop in Pahrump, Nevada. It's 80 miles south of Las Vegas, Nevada.
Oh.
And we are planning on being here yet every single day nonstop. We're actually camping out here.
Some guys see it as a challenge.
If you haven't seen it yet, we've got the tent set up. We've got a kitchen, a makeshift kitchen.
Turn into a real torture.
We've even had one of the locals make us a sign here.
Well, it should be about down to 15 minutes.
It says Camp Liberty. And we got our famous Ambassador David here. It's keeping us prayed up, keeping things righteous around here. And I think that's his flag over here, Appeal to Heaven. And that's the entrance to the prison, and we're just right across the street from it. As you can see, we're right at the crossroads where they turn in. And we've got this makeshift prison setting up right here. Right on the corner.
Howdy.
I'm still here. I see you still are too.
Yes.
And she's making some money.
Making some money. Show me the money, honey.
I was going to tell you again when we only have like 5 minutes left. 5 minutes. I'll tell you again when we got that.
Oh.
I haven't. We haven't got there yet. I was just getting your hopes up.
I thought you said I had 5 minutes left.
Tammy says that PayPal wouldn't let her donate $400. She's the one that challenged you to go the extra hour, but PayPal would not let her do it.
Oh.
So she ended up donating $500.
Oh, whoa.
Thanks,
That's
thanks,
okay.
Tammy.
I gave you an extra half an hour to boot.
And-
Girl
and-
power.
How much did she just donate?
She said PayPal would not let her donate $400, so she donated $500 instead. And
wow.
she says thank you, Tammy. And
If I could, I'd be doing the moonwalk.
she's actually doing an extra few minutes even of time. She decided to beat the guys while she's at it, and she's barely making it, but she's making it.
I would say barely.
She's only half dead yet.
Look at her.
Beat her, flog her, throw some ice water on her.
Oh, yeah, come on. Throw some ice water.
Yeah, everybody, a big thank you out there to Tammy. That's awesome. Tammy
yeah.
called a while
Thank
ago,
you,
and
Tammy.
we talked to her just a moment, and she went an extra $100.
Wow, that is.
Chris, she's been in there for 5 hours now, and she's going
I don't know. I think you smacked me in the back of the head.
going
when you shoved me
for
in here.
5 hours and
That's my story.
a half
I'm
is what
sticking
she's
to it.
going for. So 5.5 hours is her goal now. We'll have Skipper in there about a half
Hey,
hour.
it's a roller skate.
Just gonna send something to the car.
He's gonna do the walkabout, John.
Okay.
I talked him into it, I think.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I told him that it's a good photo op.
Yeah.
It truly is a good photo op.
Yeah, I told them the same thing. I say right after I go in, I say when I watch them walk around.
Coming up here at 2:30, we're going to have the Jericho March again around the jail. The guys are just loving us for that in the prison. And so we're going to do the Jericho March. We're also going to get Dianna out of here. We're going to put Skipper in.
Lots happening at 2:30.
2:30, it's going to be you don't want to miss it. There's a lot going to happen. If you're ever out near Pahrump, bring your flags, bring some signs. Be prepared to stay for a night or two if you want to. Bring your tents and camp. Because I hear the cowboys are coming with the horses. I hear that they're bringing out a big 40-foot lift. Some contractor is donating that. So we got a lot happening out here. We know that this prison is being investigated. We know that the sheriff is investigating. And all the funds that are brought up right now are being given to one of the attorneys to help him fight this case. I think the horses are coming 2 different days, but I'm understanding that maybe Saturday, and I may be wrong about that. I need to confirm that, but I know the horses are coming. I thought they said Saturday is one of the days. So they're going to do the Jericho March with us and march around so these guys in jail can see those horses and flags. And stop prison abuse. Stop solitary confinement.
Stop the insanity.
Treat people with humanity. I like that there, Robert. Stop this insanity. Treat people with humanity. That's a good rhyme there.
That's me making
He's
Yep,
a poet
that's
and
right.
he didn't even know it.
I like to rhyme. I do it all the time.
That's right, Julie. Just $1 donation. We the ants will rise. That's right, Dale. We can use that on the Jericho March.
How much longer?
So they said Tuesday the 16th and Saturday the 20th for the big events.
You're lying.
It says Jeanette Finicum is planning on being here on the 16th. So I had heard that, but I didn't know the exact dates. And thanks for confirming that. Jeanette Finicum's coming down on the 16th.
Oh, here?
Yep, she's going to come here.
I'm going to miss everybody.
Jeanette is bringing Lavoie's horse.
Oh.
I did hear that too. That's awesome, Dale.
Tracia Koenig's threatening to come up and show us all how to do it. She thinks she can do 12.
Oh, is she young?
Yeah, she is. And
She
she's
could
very
probably-
ornery.
She could probably do it.
Seems like most Americans have just come to accept that we can abuse people and that these things just happen in these places. Well, that's not. We don't accept this kind of stuff. No one should accept injustice to anybody, because one time or another it's going to come to your home, your family, or yourself. Any type of injustice that's allowed to our neighbor or even our stranger it's not right. We should stand up as the human race and stop it.
Most every family has somebody that's been in jail for an extended period of time for victimless crimes. Or less.
Connie says she donated $20 for the cause.
Right on, Connie. They do not want to look at what they've been witnessing.
These politicians should be in here for passing bad laws and putting people in jail for victimless crimes,
Oh yeah, Harry
stealing
Reid,
from the people.
Get your ass down here. Yeah, I'd like to slap some cuffs on him.
A 93-year-old man in this prison here, locked up, without bond, without bail. He'll most likely die in here before he ever even goes to trial. This doesn't sound like America to me. He hasn't even had a juror. He hasn't even been able to face his jurors yet, or his faces the victims if he had any victims. The victim, in his case, is the federal government. Supposedly, he signed some prescriptions. He's a retired doctor, and he's 93 years old, and they found that he possibly signed some prescriptions illegally and gave people medication that was prescription type drugs, and they locked him in prison. If he gets sentenced, he could spend 20 years in prison. At 93 years old, he'll never make it. They're refusing him bond. A 93-year-old man treated this way.
Hey, we're gonna head to the store. Do you need anything? Anybody need anything? Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper.
You know, and my favorite beverage?
Yes, sir.
That's right, Don. It's not a prison. It's a torture camp.
Get me
Yeah, I'll get you
an
yours.
IPA.
Yeah.
I'll pay you back, Joe.
No worries. Not at all.
Hey,
Maybe 2 or 3.
How much longer?
It's not very rare, Stephen. These are not rare cases.
It's now 2:17.
He's not allowed due process. He's been waiting in here for months, over 3 years, waiting on a trial because he cannot get a proper lawyer to represent him. These are not rare cases. There's 1,100 people in this prison right here, and most of the guards don't even care what these people are in prison for. They just claim they're doing their job, throwing people in the hole. They let other people other people get by with crimes. There are violent prisoners in this prison that should be in here, but there's tons and tons of people that shouldn't be in here. This prison is the Nevada Southern Detention Center, and I'm right outside of it. I've been camped out here for 6 days. I've been here many, many times visiting prisoners. It houses 1,100 people. It's a private corporation. It is not a government facility. It's not taxpayer funded. It is a private facility that the federal government pays these people to house people while they're waiting on trial. There's over 1,100 of them back here.
And in covetousness shall they with feigned words make merchandise of men.
And while they await on trial, the government will ship these people from all over the country to be housed here away from their family if they're going to make them wait 3 or 4 years for trial, 16 months, 2 years, whatever it is. They'll ship them plumb across the country to put them there just because it's cheaper on the federal government. And they work these prisoners in here. They work them for 20 cents an hour. They haven't even been convicted of a crime. And they're only paying them 20 cents an hour while they're waiting on trial. Some of the prisoners said they would rather work while they're waiting on trial just to keep their mind off of things. But it's still an injustice. It's slave labor, and it shouldn't be happening here in America.
The Jericho March and the changeover.
I just got told by the rib master to get my butt to the store and get the ribs.
We've got 5 minutes now.
Woo!
5 more minutes. So we'll get a stopwatch here in a minute.
John can man both phones.
Can you?
John? Man both phones.
Can you man both phones?
Yep.
I just want mine just,
Yes.
15 minutes.
I got told by the rib master I need to go get some more ribs.
Okay.
Yeah, so when the rib master speaks, we listen.
That's.
Hey, I'm God about the time I step out of here.
I gave
I need smokes.
I gave your
right over here.
I know.
I gave your address this morning, David, to someone who's shipping you a frozen big box of food.
Okay.
Yep.
Frozen.
Frozen, yes.
Yeah. Well,
Omaha Steaks?
I think so.
If there's a way, we need to be able to track it, because if it's sitting on my porch, I need to go and get it.
Oh, it won't be there. They're telling me when it's being shipped out. It'd be Monday because it goes to Monday to Wednesday. They can't do it over the weekend.
Right. But we need to keep track of that so we don't have some meat, just sitting in the sun. Cool.
Well, Dianna has officially beat any of the guys now. She's officially beat any of the guys. She's been in here longer than anyone. She has the record now. Could you imagine? That's only 5.5 hours.
No, I can't.
Just imagine 13 hours.
No, because I know I'm hurting right now.
Yes. 5.5 hours.
Hey, well, how would you like to go for a nice, hot, sweaty walk?
I plan on it.
I'm going to get the bench out of the way here and get things ready. We'll get the keys here.
I like thumping Bibles.
No, it's not that, but
Your Bible thumper.
be in the same folder. When you would go ahead and click on the thing where all the perverts are.
Call me a fundamentalist, see if I care.
We've only got 3 minutes left now.
Woohoo!
And then we're going to get Skipper prepared.
Dianna, my hero.
I can't believe I did it. I really did.
That's a long 5.5 hours.
A man amongst men.
And you're my father. God, you're
Here in
such
5
a
minutes.
stubborn
Thanks,
man.
Laura Jones. I'm not keeping real good track of the messages right now because we're fixing to get her out of here, but thanks a lot for watching here for us.
Last call for a big enough donation to get her to do another hour.
We've only got like 3 minutes left. It's 2:20. It's 2 minutes now. 2:27.
Okay, then I'm gonna start because my videos are just really short.
Okay.
Mine's going right now.
2 minutes, guys.
Last call. Last call.
Okay, this
Call
is
for
Rocky Hall,
alcohol.
and we
Are you doing the
Nevada,
keys?
Outside the Nevada
I
Southern
could.
Detention
Be careful with
Center.
her arms because she's going to be
And,
tired and sore.
She has done.
Oh,
she broke the
don't
record.
count
She got 5.5 hours. John, do we know how much money she's made?
The last I seen, I know that one person gave $500 alone. Tammy gave $500 alone, and we're pushing over $1,200. The last I seen on here, it's probably more like $1,500, but I know over $1,200.
Definitely over $1,200. Lady named Tammy donated $500. I don't expect anybody to do that. $1 from each of you would be freaking awesome. You know, one lady just did $500, but
Dale put in $20. Wendy put in $50. She has close to $1,500 is what she has.
she has close to
Probably.
$1,500. I do believe Mary did $1,900.
Yes, she did.
Yeah, but she's beating the guys on the amount of time that she has in here, guys.
We're ticking down the last 60 seconds now, guys.
She's got the keys.
1 minute. Look, she's
And
ready.
her shoulders hurt.
She's trying to break out.
Her hands hurt. So she's going to be out here in just a minute.
So we're going down to 15 seconds. 14,
13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And the truth will set us all free.
So he's
Free the
handcuffing
captives.
her at this
Free the
time.
captives. Let my
They don't work.
people go.
Oh.
How do your shoulders feel?
Oh, it's not so much the shoulders, it's the arms.
Her forearms didn't like it much.
So your forearms are affected by
Oh.
this.
Okay, that one was the shoulder.
Congratulations, young lady.
Oh.
Can you put your hands on your head?
No, no.
Can you try? Because this shows that what
No,
Anna
that's
can
it,
do.
right there. That is it. I mean, I can feel it hurts.
After 5.5 hours, she cannot raise her arms above her head like they
No, you turn it this way and you go.
That's it.
forced Anna
right
to
on
do.
the back. They swap.
And he
Right
spent
around there.
13 hours
done
in
that way a
handcuffs,
few
and she
times.
did 5.5 hours. She cannot raise her arms above her
What are
head.
you looking
She's
for?
looking for a cigarette.
Oh!
Tell me,
Contraband, you all forgot!
she had contraband in her bra. The guys didn't pat her down. They didn't.
She had a wedding ring on.
So tell us how your arms feel when you lift them up.
They hurt. They really, really freaking hurt. That's all like, it's like,
Come on now. Watch that.
oh, I know. It's like lifting constant weights. That's what it feels like. In fact, if you notice, I'm not even flexing. That's like I've been lifting some weights. Pecs. Oh, damn, I got pecs. No, it hurts.
So-
I think those are biceps.
How far
I
can
think
you
the
lift
others
your-
are the pecs.
Oh, that's right. Bicep.
Get her
How
a bottle
I
far,
got
of water.
biceps.
how far can you lift your arm right now?
That's it.
And you've been out for a couple minutes. The blood's starting to come back in.
Yeah.
And
But if you notice, my fingers even swelled up while I was in there.
yeah, can we take a look at your wrists? Do you mind?
No. Oh, they're swollen too. Holy moly. I got fat arms. Oh.
So her wrists are swollen. She's got marks here. The marks aren't bad. She did a real good job of keeping the cuffs off of her, but she does have marks. But it's not too bad.
Do you know if there's cool water?
What do you think of the experience?
I'm angry that he had to go through this.
Somebody give her a water.
Yeah, it's on its
As
way.
a mother, my God, I would frickin' kill their asses in there. They did this to one of my kids. I'm sorry, I'm angry.
No,
'cause
you're being honest. It's truthful. It's you. You just spent 5.5 hours in handcuffs to prove a point, to experience what Ammon experienced, minus the other several hours.
Mama would hurt some people, big time. I mean, that was wrong, and I think more than one should have been fired. In fact, I think this place needs to be closed down.
Well, most of the local town population agrees. They didn't want it here in the first place.
Yeah, so this was enlightening, to say the least.
Do you have a
Here's your
bottle of
water.
yet?
There's
You got
your
room
water
for
right
any more
there.
consumption?
Yeah.
Your lips are looking a little dry.
Oh yeah, man, I was waiting to see what came off.
I do. I'm going to leave at this time. I've got to go to town, but I wanted to really fast kind of show what she was going through and everything else.
Howdy!
So this is Rocky Hall in Pahrump, Nevada, outside the Nevada Southern Detention Center. And we're here on behalf of what happened to Ammon Bundy, where he was placed in handcuffs for 13 hours with no food and water and no restroom facilities. I'm going to be leaving at this time. Thanks, everybody.
Girl power. Woo-hoo. Thank you, everybody.
Well, they're fixing to start the Jericho March here, and then we're going to lock up Skipper here now.
Yep, my turn.
Contraband.
All right.
So,
You better frisk him.
It's only contraband.
we're getting ready there. The weapons and...
All right. Search me first.
Drop them and bend over.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to see if we can do this here. I'll put the handcuffs on Skipper.
All
I'll
right.
let him put the handcuffs on me if he's around. Let's see, how do we do this? That watch, I guess it'll still work. I'm only going to put it on the first notch there, Skipper.
Well, I got skinny wrists, so.
There we go, and I'm going
You
to
locked it.
I'm going to lock it right now.
You guys actually saw something.
Actually, went a little tighter.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay,
There's
not too tight?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
And I'll push this little button again.
Yeah.
There we go. And we'll get the time here. Let me see here. We'll move these bars out of the way. And it's officially 2:32.
2:32. I don't know if my camera can see me.
Beat yours, though.
Hey Bob, can you see if my camera can see me?
Sure
The
here.
jailer here will.
So there's Skipper.
All right.
Right there.
Mine's only going to stay on for a couple of minutes. If you want updates, go to John Lamb's Facebook page. I tagged him in the post section, so you can follow the updates on his page. If you're trying to get a hold of me, I won't be able to answer my phone. So
He's going to be in jail. So it's 2:32 and Skipper's going in. And
my goal is $600 an hour. I want to see it happen.
so we're going to start the Jericho March here shortly too. I'm going to stay behind this time and
Appreciate it.
make sure Skipper stays in jail and man camp here.
All right. Well, I'm going to sign off on my phone. So again, follow John Lamb's and for any updates, and we'll see you whenever. So, hi, folks.
Okay, right there.
Yeah.
Okay. They won't fall over there either.
I silenced it so I wouldn't hear the notifications.
Okay.
That'd be torture enough
Torture
right
your
there.
phone, your notification on your phone. You know you can't answer it. We'll see if somebody's going to live stream the march here too.
Do what?
I said appeal to heaven because none of the rest of us will let you through.
So there we got Skipper, and I'll turn it around here and show you some of our group of people getting their flags together and getting ready for the march. So they're getting all ready to go on the march here.
Yeah, that's what we have in our little hometown.
We got a camera guy up here that's going to march with us.
Oh yeah, he's
Yeah.
Ken Ritter wants him to get a picture.
Take a bunch of pictures of the march. He's been out taking some pictures here. Did you call him, Skipper?
Huh?
Did you call the camera guy?
His name's John.
John. Okay. You
I
call?
can't call him.
Oh no! Did you call him though?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't call him and get him out here.
I got caught up in the moment.
I didn't know who called him out here, but
Oh, I talked to Ken Ritter from the AP.
okay.
So Ken Ritter sent him down here from the AP.
Skipper, I don't know if he said how many hours. He just said $600 an hour is what he's trying to raise. I know we can bring that in for him. His beard was worth more than that. So we could sure get him for going to jail.
Yeah. I'll see how well
so
we do.
Angela says, tell Skip right now she's throwing in $5 an hour already.
Thank you.
So that's the first donation I've seen. But
James Madison the other day went ahead and put 20 in already.
Okay. So we're already over $25 an hour right now.
No, yeah.
Yes. Laura Jones says, love you, Skipper.
Love you.
I bet she says that to all the boys.
I don't know that I got it.
So Dale Neal says he's putting in $2.50 per hour. So thanks, Dale.
Thanks, Dale.
Don says $5 an hour. This is hopping up there pretty fast. Wendy says $10 an hour for Skipper. Dale Sills says $5 an hour for Skipper.
Sweet.
So you're jumping up there already. You're getting paid more than 20 cents an hour. These guys are going to get paid 20 cents over here.
You staying, John?
I think I'm going to stay this time and man camp. We got $50 already, Skipper, here. Mrs. Wells says $50. So we've got Bonnie says make it $7.25 minimum wage per hour.
Thank you.
That makes you proud.
I'm minimum wage worthy. Wait, is that protest still going on for $15 an hour? I want in on that.
Yes.
So how long you been in there now? What, 35 seconds?
2 minutes maybe.
He's already fading.
Two minutes.
Julie Richards says $3 an hour. So I'm looking over some of these. So you're getting quite a few.
Let's bring it. It's for a good cause.
So we got a $2 an hour for Skip.
None of this is for me.
That's right.
I got a nice big giant Powerade in the ice chest waiting for me when I'm done, so that's my reward. Look at that flag. That's a nice flag.
This is
right
Rocky's Halls. This flag has been at the big events, the gatherings of many people that are concerned for where we are.
I should have brought my
big supporter of ours from Norway is donating $70 all total, $20 more, she says.
Thank you.
All the way from Norway. And Laura Jones says $10 an hour from her.
Nice.
So we're not going to stay on here much longer because we know Skipper's going to be in a long time. But at least we get a little bit of start here, and as they take off for the march, we might not have the march live streamed yet. We don't know for sure who's going to do that. It doesn't look like anybody. Hey, Brand, are you going to live stream the march? Hey, Brand. Hey, Brand. Hey, Brand. Are you going to live stream the march?
Probably not.
Okay, I didn't know if you, even if it's one spot around the back.
Go ahead.
Okay, you don't have to do the whole thing. Just when you get around back and the guys are hollering. So Brand Thornton's going to live stream the march, and so we can everybody can see it. So I'm going to sign off here, get all my equipment charged up here, and we are going to let Brand Thornton live stream the march, and everybody go to his Facebook page that wants to see the Jericho March, and I'll video them as they're leaving here, show you a little bit of camp. Then you see We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people today that's taking off for the march. You're welcome. So there they go. Bram Thornton's going live right now. I'm going to turn around and just show you everything that I'm going to go ahead and sign off. We got our famous security guard over here that's making the count again. And there the guys go. There again for everybody who's still on here that hasn't seen it. There's Bran, he's live streaming. And he's taking off for the Jericho March. Here's our dumpsters that's been delivered out here, the outhouses, the vehicles that are here, campers. And our tent here. And again, Camp Liberty, Nevada, down here at Pahrump, Nevada, just across the street from the Nevada Southern Detention Center. We'll come back on in an hour or so and update you on how Skipper's doing. Keep the donations pouring in. Let's raise that up and get Skipper out of there. Thank you and God bless.